Genesis has blast processing. Super Nintendo doesn't. So what's blast processing do? And what if you don't have blast processing?
Now, when you buy the Sega Genesis that comes with Sonic 1, you'll get Sonic 2 absolutely free. Sonic 2 handles stubborn stains, embarrassing bald spots, no problem. It even slices and dices, makes thousands of julienne fries. But wait, you can play it too. This free Sonic 2 is a $54.99 value. You get 2 Sonics for the price of 1. Sonic 2 fits easily into any tackle box. Made from a space-age polymer plastic for years of family fun. And pets love it too. Buy the Sega Genesis that comes with Sonic 1 and get Sonic 2 free.
Act now. Wiener Dog Sweater sold separately.
Introducing Castlevania Bloodlines for Sega Genesis. The most horrifying vampire hunt ever. 2 new heroes, plus hordes of evil enemies and ghastly ghouls. It's intense adventure from Konami.
Day 19. I am concerned about the crew. After all, Echo the Dolphin is not just a game, it is an adventure. The graphics are so real, they don't want to go into the sea anymore. 27 levels of danger, mystery, and beauty, all through the eyes of a dolphin. Simply brilliant. Thank goodness, my trusty skipper Pierre has no interest in this new game.
Said he was going to be right back. He was normally a very quiet boy.
Young Bobby Engels has a problem. He needs to earn the respect of his peers. So he gets Sega Genesis, the ultimate action system. And then he buys Mortal Kombat, the arcade edition, and the all-new Shinobi 3, and Marvel's X-Men. Now, things are pretty much okay.
I said chocolate chip. Say it. Say it.
Oh, I must have that new Sega Power Rangers game! Goldar, steal it for me!
No wonder Rita wants that game. Look at those graphics!
Woo! And those moves!
Check out those battle zones! Let's go, Goldar! Sorry, Rita. You'll have to buy it like everyone else.
Huh? Sega!
Power Rangers for Sega Genesis. Also available for Game Gear and Sega CD. All sold separately.
Dave Whitney wanted the real arcade games at home, so he got them. Mike Rogers wanted them too, but he got a Genesis system by Sega. Why? Check it out. Arcade screen left, Genesis screen right. If they look the same, you've answered correctly. Besides, Genesis has real-life action in sports games, flying games, and adventure games. The hottest library going. So if you want real arcade action, there's only 2 ways to get it.
Dave, we got your golden axe.
Or get Genesis by Sega. We bring the arcade experience home.
Get this! At school I found this magic lamp, and I wished for Disney's Aladdin for my Sega Genesis. It's like the movie! I got to battle sword-slashing thieves, and nasty palace guards, and ride a flying carpet. And I still have 2 more wishes.
Prove it!
Sega Genesis and Disney's Aladdin game cartridge, each sold separately.
Sega presents one champion of good, one pawn of evil. It's Sonic and Knuckles. Not only is it the greatest Sonic game ever, it also comes with lock-on technology. Plug in Sonic 2 and use Knuckles to play in a whole new way. Plug in Sonic 3 for 34 megs of power, new worlds, and surprise endings. Sonic and Knuckles with lock-on technology, only on Sega Genesis. Sonic and Knuckles, other game cartridges, and Sega Genesis each sold separately.
What's the hottest 16-bit video game system with true arcade games, great graphics, real challenge, stereo sound, and the hottest library too with games like Altered Beast, Golden Axe, Super Hang-On, Forgotten World, Space Harrier 2, Revenge of Shinobi, Tommy Lasorda Baseball, Buxton, Last Battle, Arnold Palmer Tournament Golf, Super Thunderblade, Zoom, Thunder Force 2, Ghouls and Ghosts, Mystic Defender, Rambo 3, and more. Genesis from Sega. Genesis, the new generation in video games.
Oh, cool. I heard Matt got a Sega Genesis.
I heard Matt got a Sega Genesis.
Well, I guess one more is okay.
The Sega Genesis. Game cartridges sold separately.
Yo, he goes slow. He ain't no fool with that sonic speed. He just always cool. Sonic the Hedgehog. No fool. Come on, just show me what you got. Going fast is cool, going slow is not. Sonic the Hedgehog. No fool. Wild game, dude. 7 danger zones. You and Sonic speed through, or you are toast, man. Sonic the Hedgehog, the hot new game from Genesis Games. Systems and games sold separately. No fool.
Absolutely Sega Genesis.
Do it, save the day. Baby, what's your game?
Quackshot starring Donald Duck.
Sega Genesis.
Streets of Rage.
Sega Genesis.
Go with Quackshot, Streets of Rage. Just 2 hot names of the games. Sega Genesis system and games sold separately.
Welcome back to Sega Sports. Hey, we're talking baseball. Sega Genesis Sports Talk Baseball. Sandberg's facing Ryan. Here's the voice of Sports Talk Baseball.
291. High drive.
Sierra back. What a catch, baby! All the superstars are here, Dick. Canseco, Clark, Dykstra, Franco. Ripken's up. Back to the game announcer.
Inside. Ball 4.
Keep on trucking, baby. Look good to me, Dick. Don't give me any lip, buddy. You're out of here. Football is next.
We went to the big guy.
We laid the whole thing out for him.
We told him we had this great idea for a new game called Sonic and Knuckles.
It's Knuckles in his own game. Plus it has new technology.
Lock-on technology.
So you can play Knuckles in Sonic 2 and 3.
It's revolutionary.
He just laughed at us. So we sold the whole thing to Sega?
Who's laughing now? Batman!
Genesis brings you the dazzling powers of the Mystic Warriors, the Ninja, in Revenge of Shinobi. And 16-bit arcade racing action with Super Monaco Grand Prix. 16-bit arcade combat, skills, strategy, reflex, and rivalry. Experience the ninja magic of Revenge of Shinobi and the exhilarating rush of Super Monaco Grand Prix for the Genesis system. Sega Genesis brings the arcade experience home. Genesis system and game sold separately.
The designers of Sega's new World Series Baseball set up cameras to capture what it really feels like in a Major League box. Then made it so you can pick any Major League team in any ballpark and made it have all the players, even the guys riding the pine. So with Sega's new World Series Baseball, everything happens, well, more like it does in real life.
Oh!
When I play Terminator 2 with the Sega Menacer, I'm not afraid of deadly hunter killers, the indestructible T-1000, endless endoskeletons, the evil Skynet, nothing.
Bobby, come give your Aunt Bertha a big kiss.
Well, almost nothing.
And so it was, late in the 20th century, that a pox fell upon the land, a plague of home videos that were limited in intelligence. There was brain drain, and terminal boredom swept the countryside. The maker looked down and was not pleased by what he saw, and said, "This is not good." And so it was, he brought forth Genesis, a system with twice the power, twice the intelligence, twice the challenge, twice the fun. Only a chosen few were called forth to experience this new dimension of high-definition graphics and stereo sound. master saw what he had done and said, now that's not bad. Discover Genesis, and your world will never be the same.
Twice as big as Sonic 2! Shit! The new 3D special stage! Shit! And the new game save feature! Shit! Do it!
New Sonic 3 is now available at a store near you.
Sega!
New Sonic 3 game cartridge and Sega Genesis sold separately.
Hey, Sonic, let's race for a box of Honey Nut Cheerios.
Race for the taste, the honey sweet taste of Honey Nut Cheerios.
It's the honey nutty part of this complete breakfast.
Hey, Sonic, how can I get as good as you?
Race for the taste.
Now, Honey Nut Cheerios offers you free Sega game tips right on the box, plus a chance to instantly win a Sega Genesis with the new Dr. Robotnik or Toe Jam and Earl Panic on Funkatron. Chances of winning 1 in 10,000. Check mark boxes.
Toy Story, the video game. So real, you're there.
Now for Sega Genesis, coming for Super NES, system not included.
Get into it.
Genesis does.
16-bit arcade graphics.
You can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis does.
16-bit sports action.
You can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis
does.
Genesis
does.
Genesis
does.
Genesis
does.
Genesis does.
Get Joe Montana free, Pat Riley free, Buster Douglas free, Super Monaco GP free, or Collins free. What Nintendo?
Gotta go. Hey, guy, you're the first serious gamer I've seen all morning. Check this out. Brand new 16-bit Super Nintendo with Super Mario World. Wow!
What's this one?
Oh, this is a Sonic the Hedgehog from Sega Genesis. Hey, look at these radical colors, huh?
Wow, Sonic's fast, too.
No, over here.
I like Genesis, and it costs a lot less.
Wait, kid, that game
I'll
there.
take Sonic and Genesis.
I knew that.
Sonic the Hedgehog. More action, more speed. Sega Genesis. It's a whole lot more for...
Mickey has friends wherever he goes. Not here. Mania. No Goofy. No Minnie. No Mercy. Mickey Mania from Sony ImageSoft for Genesis, Sega CD, and Super Nintendo. Game system sold separately. Also, look for Mickey Mania game tips in specially marked boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Danita Stokes, president of HAG.
It's bad enough that Sega Genesis has the most 16-bit games, but this new Sonic the Hedgehog, oh, he really does my doilies. They say he's incredibly fast. Well, what's the hurry, mister? And about his attitude. Smarty pants. Why can't it be more like that nice boy Mario? Oh! Little brat!
Now, get Sonic free when you buy a Sega Genesis system at its new price of $149.99.
Okay, so your folks may act a little weird when they see you've got Stimpy's Invention, the new Ren and Stimpy game for Sega Genesis. So tell them it's the only game where Stimpy's Mutatomatic invention explodes and warps the town, spreading giant flamingos and twisted lawnmowers everywhere. And you can be Ren or Stimpy, and team up for crazy cartoon powers like the Boomerang and Chopper Pilot. Hey, it's cooler than powdered toast, man.
I just hope there's none of those disgusting hairballs.
Stimpy's Invention, new for the Sega Genesis system, each sold separately.
The Sega Genesis has blast processing. Super Nintendo doesn't. So what's blast processing do?
Bing. Bada boom. There, oh my god, I had a moment where no one loaded for a second, and I was like, oh no! Oh jeez! Oh god, no, please! Please! Oh, did you, yeah, you saw the moment of the face?
In the room.
Oh, dude, you know it. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's another. There'll be none of that slander, sir. Finn, what's up, my man? Hey, yo. But yes, welcome to another beautiful Thursday, and this is a special occasion. This is the first episode we are doing of the last game of the Genesis Season 2, and we're doing getting a little freaky with it, going to Sega CD. I mean, technically it fits in, you attach it. I mean, we're basically attaching the third episode of Season 2 to the Genesis at this point. It's fine. It totally works.
That's actually, you rehearsed that, didn't you?
No, I didn't. That actually just that just came out. Did you like the timing and everything? It's beautiful. Mwah. Can we all acknowledge how fantastic Nick's hair look? I spend most of my days acknowledging how fantastic
That's very suave today.
Nick's hair is.
Thank you. Yes, I didn't do anything.
Listen, this
you got a good hanging bit. That's why.
The anime hang. Sometimes I get that. I get it.
I like a good anime hang.
Good. I forgot to put the ridiculous glasses on. There we go.
Chill.
There we go. You can't see it, but there's there's a dragon on the bridge of the nose. Oh yeah, no, check these out, baby. Like,
all right, that rules.
Okay. They're the
greatest. We're gonna be talking to some dragons tonight, aren't we?
He is a beautiful man. How's it going, Haley? Nick and Wes are very quiet. They seem about the same to me, but let me turn them up just a smidge. Here, I'll turn this up and turn Joey down. And that... No, I don't think so.
Low, but Frank, apparently. Frank.
What?
We're back
Everyone's
to this
audio seems lowish, but Frank's look.
I knew my gain should have been up.
Look.
Joey over there.
No, crank that gain.
There we go.
Don't crank your gain, Nick.
There we go.
Max that gain.
I turned
maximum
down.
gains.
Look, we're doing a lot better now. Bada bing, bada boom. It's beautiful.
Working on it.
So.
Oh man.
Please let us know if
Twitch
the audio still needs some movement.
Frank,
what's up?
I just hit 2.5k gil on the channel, and it requested. It literally said sing mode with your 2500 gil.
No. Hey, so did mine.
Listen, there's a cooldown on sing mode now, motherfuckers. So,
God, bro. I hope it's a cooldown of like 2 weeks.
Joey, you know you're making us do it like multiple times tonight now, right?
Actually, hopefully nobody has points yet.
Well, see, yeah, we got it. Well,
we're streaming too much for nobody to have points, baby.
Speaking of points and stuff like that, we actually have a lot of new point rewards, and if you guys scroll down a little bit, you'll actually see you guys can play audio alerts on the stream with bits. We also have a leaderboard for chatting, subscriber, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that we were able to add with having our own channel where we have full control of it and everything like that. And honestly, it's freaking awesome. I've had so much fun. If you guys look, if you're not subscribed, Heavy D redeemed Joey explanation.
A little early.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man, that typo is gonna kill me.
Explain yourself, Joey.
Forever.
I know. I saw it. He did it, and I was like, "Oh, there it is. Okay, wonderful."
Do you know how to spell explanation, Frank?
I might have forgotten. Whatever. I was being quick. I added that one.
Explanation.
That was Manic Frank.
I didn't want to embarrass him, Nick.
No, on that one.
Thank you.
Well, I guess I'm just built different.
Listen, Joey's got me on the quesadilla. Okay.
And you'll never make that mistake again because I shamed you.
A little bit of shame.
Shame is a powerful motivator.
What it is. So,
but I did tastefully.
Since we're starting a new game, explain something right now. Just something.
Explain.
Yeah. So you know what you can explain, Joey? You can explain to us, because we're all going to follow suit, your experience with the Lunar series as a whole and this game in particular. And go.
You
I
did. Okay, so
Hey, Nox.
Yo, Nox.
Hey. I was gonna say my explanation is pee is stored in the balls, but I don't think very many people know that, and I don't really want to bring it up.
Well, they should.
Spoilers.
It's true.
Because it's true. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I got a Sega Genesis and a Sega CD in when I was 7 or so, and I really liked Final Fantasy. And I remember going to Funko-Land with my dad for my birthday, and asking the people there what was the game that was like Final Fantasy. and then they showed me Lunar, and the game was insanely expensive, even used. I think it was like $80, $70 maybe, and it was Silver Star. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. Let's do that. And so this is on Sega CD, and this is the first like game I ever played on Sega CD, apart from Sewer Sharks, which if you had a Sega CD, that came packed in and it sucked.
And it ripped.
And it ripped. So I played a lot of. I remember the intro, which we will see very soon, like blew me away because I was like, this is a cartoon, but I'm playing it. I didn't know what anime was yet.
Well, that was that
God
same
had-
vibe that I got during PS4, is that it so accurately, like, was that awesome 90s anime schlock that I've grown to love so much.
Yeah, and it's like I God taught me anime through Lunar, but yeah, no, I remember I didn't have a guide for this game, and I would get hella lost. And as you're gonna see, it's very easy to get lost in this game because of the encounters.
You guys
and
know I love getting lost in RPGs.
Frank's dungeon exploration gonna bring me back to the
We're gonna
good old
give
days.
Joey and John an actual aneurysm live on stream, and only
No,
your bit donations can bring them back. When we hit a
So-
threshold, I will 911.
I have a very like a lot of distinct sensory memories with Lunar, like just like this sounds really stupid, but like just like the smell of the case and like because if you look at the manual for this game, it's like super detailed and it has that embossed stuff. It's really cool. And
Oh, that's
high
distressing
quality.
to watch a grown man do.
Yeah.
It's not
So
your copy.
yeah,
John's.
that's all I got, man. I don't want to drag out too much, but it's very nostalgic and pivotal for me. Seminal, not pivotal. Seminal. Yeah, there it is. That's it.
It's beautiful.
That's the pretty.
Well, like I said, if you
That's
guys
it.
look, obviously most people here know about Premium Edition. If you look, there's a reason that we put foil on fucking everything, and it's because I'm like, Working Designs did this, Working Designs did that, and that's how Premium Edition ended up with foil on everything. Like, there's definitely there's a Working Design stuff. It just feels like it has that little extra bit of effort of lore into it, like of just effort put into the release that you didn't really see in a normal release back in those days. And that's one of the reasons why I hold a lot of their games in such high regard. It's just like they paid attention to the whole package, not just the game, but it was also just everything surrounding it as well. And I feel like that's almost like a signature Working Designs kind of thing. What color do you want,
The
Rachel?
Omake.
Yo, Make box.
Yeah, let me know what color,
Yes.
Rachel,
Okay.
and then we'll switch on over. Nick, how about you? What's your experience with the series as a whole and the game?
I first played the game about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago.
Hell yeah.
Did you finish it?
Damn.
No. And it's fun. It's neat. Seems like it'd be really fun to grind. Because there's like a AI option. Although I'm playing the PS1
Oh,
version,
is there?
So...
The AI is in the Sega CD too.
Is it?
It's in both.
Yeah. I don't know. It's pretty good. I think it's a really good follow-up to Phantasy Star 4. Because it employs a lot of the same narrative techniques, I think. So, I don't think it's as good.
Yeah, I don't. To be honest, I don't either. But I mean, it's not about who gets a W, man.
No, not at all.
No.
In fact, it's still pretty. I still really like it. So, but that's about my experience with it. Not much.
Wes, how about you?
I got into the series around when Eternal Blue came out, and that was kind of my first exposure to the Lunar series, which probably spoiled me for everything else Lunar that would ever come afterwards, because Lunar 2 is the frickin' best. But I eventually, circled back around. I had a friend who had Silver Star Complete, and swore up and down by it, so I got in there. I enjoyed the cheesy dubbed music as much as anyone can. Absolutely beautiful stuff. I've played a lot of the things that came after, although the Lunar series has seen its ups and downs, and after Eternal Blue Complete, more downs than ups, to be sure. So I still look fondly back on these two games, though. and working designs, wild ass localization choices that are, to this day the stuff of legend.
Can I read you guys a little excerpt from the back of the Galleon thing?
Pre-order bonus.
Yeah, I just want to... Galleon's Fists of Fury are independently controlled by a finger-activated mechanism with 2 levered buttons. Simply insert your hand underneath Galleon's robe, that is in parentheses. Position the puppet handle in your palm, place your index and middle fingers on the button, and punch till you can't punch no mo. Sock your friends in the head and savor the sweet sound of plastic fists smacking hollow skull. And then this is my favorite. Of course, you're not just limited to the world of Lunar with this limited edition interactive amusement. The pop culture parody potential is endless. Reenact the bloody fight scenes from Raging Bull. Thrust Galleon's fists into the air and shout, Stella! Press the buttons. Just when I thought I was out, release the buttons. They pull me back in. It's so good. I like reading the back of this was just one of those. I'm just like, it's
culture.
working designs, baby.
Who knew?
Like,
The marketing guy that wrote that was a film auteur.
Was so into cocaine.
He was really into cocaine and hallucinogenics together.
AKA Victor Ireland, who was definitely into cocaine. That man
very into cocaine.
Snorted some lines, let me tell you.
What do you guys think Woolsey did?
Oh, Woolsey, no, Woolsey.
Did Woolsey Raw Dog Life?
A lot of
like,
coffee.
Just a lot of coffee and pot?
Woolsey's a good Christian boy. No.
Good. Okay.
He translated games in like 3 days flat. It's ridiculous what they had him do.
Yeah, no drugs.
Look, man, it was a different time.
It truly was. John,
before we had to pay for people.
Yeah.
So my first Lunar exposure was picking up Lunar Silver Star Complete from GameStop. I had pre-ordered it because it was the first game I had seen that came with extras. So that Omeke box really sold me because I was like, hey, this is kind of cool. It comes with other stuff. But I played through it then. I had not played the Silver Star until this last couple of weeks, and I played through it over last weekend. So I Cheeto dusted it as an homage to Joey.
The Scrimblow. Thank you. The Scrimblow is real in this household.
But man, I forgot how confusing those dungeons were with a bunch of dead ends and stuff that does sometimes lead to a treasure chest and stuff that just sometimes leads to a blocked path. Yeah.
Oh,
it's going to be fun for you.
I'm happy I got some maps, but we'll see
those
how
were hard
I
to find
on the first man, I googled Lunar Silver the Silver Star maps and it was the first thing.
Well, I kept finding maps for
I like
complete.
For Silver Star Store. Okay, so yes, I will say in the course of me finding assets to make ads and stuff like that, I've become a master of distinguishing Silver Star searches from Silver Star Story Complete. Like, I ran into that issue. It got to the point where I was like, all right, guys, we're using some Silver Star Story Complete assets. There's just not enough. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, it felt significantly cut down than the Complete one. So that was interesting to me. I didn't know they added so much to Complete.
They added so much.
She talked to everyone 3 times, Joey.
3 times. I don't believe it.
3 times.
I don't believe it. If you can believe it, I don't.
You can believe it.
It's a Thursday once again.
Yes, it is.
Another NPC.
Oh, God. Take your... Wait, hold on. What's the Jordan Peterson? We'll see who cancels who.
So just
don't do this to me, Cranky. Cranky baby.
Oh,
so I'm glad that we're already bringing up this subject because there are 4 distinct versions of Lunar the Silver Star.
Yes.
Right. So there's the Sega CD version, the PlayStation 1 version, which is the same as the Saturn. I'll get into this more granularly later. And there's Lunar Legend for the GBA and Lunar Silver Star Harmony for the PSP. And they're all distinctly different. They all have they're all completely different engines. There's major story differences between a lot of these.
And even the ones where like they run relatively similar, things happen at different points. You like converge and split up with characters at wildly different areas.
Yeah, and I'll try to like go over while we're playing this when some of those things happen, but it's really interesting to see people already talking about this in the chat versus what we're going to see. And the version that we're playing is a lot more not stripped down because it came first, obviously, but like it's a lot more straightforward. There's not as much dialogue. Everything is a little bit more condensed. It's more of like an old school RPG. You definitely see the Dragon Quest DNA more in this game than you will in even Silver Star Story Complete, which is the version I think most people are familiar with. So really pumped for this. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
We do, yeah. My only experience with it is both of the PS1 games. Wes, #1 on the leaderboard, baby. I just love the fact that there's a leaderboard. I feel like, you know, gamers get a little capital G gamers get a little competitive, capital C competitive. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so my experience with the series is I've just played the PS1 versions of 1 and 2, but they are extremely fond in my memory. I've only played through them once, so you know, I think on the way we'll probably at least touch on Silver Star Story and stuff like that at some point during this, so you'll be able to see us and what we think. It'll be interesting to go through a little bit of the beginning of Silver Star Story Complete after doing a bit of the Silver Star. I've never played this, but I do kind of have a little bit of context on the changes because I had the official guide, which really went in depth on the changes between the versions. So I definitely still have some of that, like, I was a kid and read this part of the strategy guide 8 times looking for more pictures of Jessica kind of memory.
She's the best girl.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. You know, she's probably gonna be I've smoked Newports for 20 years and live on the south side of Jersey kind of voice. But yeah, best girl, dude. Best girl, absolutely. Okay, so
the only thing we're here for is to reproduce.
That's it. That's the literal one singular thing here on Super RPG Friends, is to produce the ultimate RPG playing offspring. That finally we've gotten there.
As long as we're ignoring Jessica's problematic boyfriend, then yeah, she's great.
Yeah. He's coachable though.
Coach.
Man,
he's
like,
problematic but coachable. We've had this type come up before.
He can be guided.
I don't know. Like, I mean, like, at least where I'm at, he's definitely like just like resistant to anybody telling him, like, dude.
He's also the only POC in the whole game.
Yeah, that's telling.
Thank you.
Wait, what was?
Designs, low place.
No, that's telling right there. There's Japan in a nutshell.
Oh, it's telling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I don't know why, but I thought you said
I will
that's
say,
smelly.
It is smelly. It's also smelly.
There's, I mean, like, at least the party has like a decent amount of women in it.
True, yeah, it's pretty much split even, but unfortunately that comes with it some shipping issues, which we will.
Yeah, we're getting super into the shipping in this one.
Yeah, let's we should get started.
I was gonna, we're gonna let's hold on. So let's see here.
I'm excited to dig in.
Pop this bad boy open. Come over.
We're going to a fertility clinic.
All of us together.
Change window. Bada bing, bada boom. Switch over here.
We'd like to play baby roulette.
Here, give it just a second.
Just gonna leave that one out there.
It for some reason,
I love that Sega.
Takes a second to update to capture it. I'm not quite sure what it is, but just give it just a second and it'll start.
Frank, if you right click and go to properties too, sometimes that fixes it. I don't know why that happens. But
it's weird. I've only noticed it with RetroArch. So, all right, but definitely something.
Monica, you're playing the worst game of Would You Rather ever.
We need to definitely take into fact this fucking theme
please
song.
listen to this track. This is so good.
Who's that dude?
The boy.
I already have trivia about this song, and I'll explain it after.
I'm gonna have to turn up.
I had to turn mine up. I had to turn down from the previous stream. There we go.
Gonna rock out to it.
Is this Kate Bush?
That CD quality.
Dude, that's why I love it, Nick.
The darkness. That's my favorite. Just the fighting through the darkness. It's such a good line. Oh, the fucking grip. Oh, it's so good. I love Galleon. Does it need to go up more? I can turn the game up more.
No,
gratuitous solo time.
Not gratuitous, just enough.
Just enough, yeah.
It's tasteful.
Kyle. Through the darkness. Oh my god, it's so hype.
Goodness.
It's so good.
Take heed.
Take heed.
So what is she
almost
doing
more
at the
Anna.
Carmax?
No, the climax, Nick, and no dirty jokes.
My bad.
So funny enough, I didn't know this, but the Japanese version of that song is actually the same musically, except it's more MIDI sequenced. And the lyrics of the Japanese version are way more like contrite. They're more about like love.
North of the village of Berg. Oh, goddamn, lies a place, blah, blah. He arose during the time of trial and saved the world. That hero, called Dine, was a dragon master. Not to murder you there, Joey. Sorry, I was like, oh
No,
yeah,
you're fine.
that
You
shit
had to
fucking
do what you had to do.
auto-fires. Dragon Master Dine was born in this sleepy village of Berg. And it's here that a young boy named Alex visits the memorial to his fallen hero every day. Oh, here we go.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Welcome to our first game
Wait,
of voice
that's
acting.
Nal's
guys.
voice?
My little
That's
point.
Nal's
my
voice,
little pony
baby.
voice.
I know you really look up to Dragon Master Dine, but
Oh my gosh, the animations. This is fantastic.
It's so good.
I'm sure he'd tell you to stop dreaming about his exciting quest.
CD quality, baby.
And set out on your own fantastic adventure.
The audio is too.
He sounds like Catbug.
Now you have the courage to be a great
Yes.
hero, just like Dine.
I want to punch the flying rat already. Woo. Here you go, Wes.
Nal would be at home in a Sierra Online point-and-click adventure game.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I feel like I have to change it up after hearing that. I need to try to match that. Alex, didn't you promise Luna that you practice singing with her today?
Welcome
There we
to
go.
the character that has the
I'm
most
gonna ruin
dialogue
you.
in the
I'm gonna
entire
ruin you
game.
all.
Fuck this, bro.
Null joined Alex. There is no words from Alex.
I needed to torture you at least once. I'll tweak it down. It's still gonna be awful.
No. I hope this
still
does
gonna be
torture me. It deserves to.
And then Wes is gonna have a lot at the beginning.
I love the music, bro.
Alex, I've been looking for you. I didn't know how quick it was gonna go.
Me neither. I thought it was going to be auto-scrolling.
Alex, guess what I just heard?
I like that Ramus went from a blue-haired to a brown hair. This is your first difference in the PS1 version.
Oh yeah.
Someone said that the dragon in the cave has a huge diamond. We always wanted to go on a quest. Let's make this our first big adventure. Okay, I've decided. Oh god, I'm gonna go with or without you.
Oh
It's
god.
Stevie from Malcolm in the Middle.
Don't make me run. I'm full of chocolate. Stop by my house first. Get a few snacks for the trip.
Festus Gloop.
My goodness.
Oh, the slow walk, too.
All right, an adventure. Alex, I can hardly wait. But I bet Luna will be upset.
God, Alan doesn't have much to say so far.
I mean, like, he's
this
primarily
music.
going to be talking in ellipses.
John, I would like a old man voice. Hold on.
You'd like an old man voice.
Wait, hold on.
I didn't realize how different the world looked in this.
Yeah, for
Can I
real.
figure out how to click?
Here you go.
Dine surrendered his life on his last journey to the distant frontier in honor of his valiant life course A monument was erected here in Berg.
Life course. That's I don't know why that's such a weird word to have together.
Localization issues. Oh, we lost a Joey.
He'll be back.
Yeah, internet might have gone out.
You have the aura of a
frozen
dragon master. You must cultivate it.
Beautiful.
Best old man voices in the biz, yo.
It's true. So this is the
least I've
beautiful
got those,
village of Berg, and you know it's a cozy beginning RPG village. Is this a check the closets and barrels kind of game? I forget.
Sadly, no.
No, okay.
It was in the PS1 version.
Oh,
the PS1 version pisses me off so much because it has that thing where like if you walk into a wall, it tries to like just push you to go into another direction. Oh my god, I hate that so much.
It does that on this version
better
too.
Stop dilly-dallying and get over there.
Dilly-dally, shilly-shally.
Oh god.
You can check out a few things in here.
Oh yeah, there's this.
But
hey, what's in the box? Must be pretty great because the box is locked.
Damn right.
Womp
Must
womp.
be great.
You can get into that later, but this is Luna's room if you want.
Oh
in the
yeah,
upper
hold
right
on,
there,
you're
you
right.
can
There is things.
I would
around.
bet. I'm gonna look up the PSP version right now, but I would bet the PSP and GBA versions are based off of the PS1 version.
Alex, if you go into Luna's room without asking, she's gonna be mad.
You can check out the bed too.
Oh. Alex, you better not take a nap here. It'll flip if she finds you messed up her bed.
Affleck. Oh wait.
Hey, Affleck.
Because this shit is drab as hell.
Oh god, the aura of a dragon master. You must cultivate it. All right, old man.
Cultivate your aura.
All right, old man. I'm cultivating over here.
Frank
Are you
Stevens
gonna
manifesting.
practice your song with Luna today? That song will be the highlight of the festival.
This is copyright infringement.
Yeah.
You too.
I'm striking this channel right now.
Stolen. Voice stolen.
Oh, Six,
Welcome back, buddy.
Welcome, Six. I was waiting. Every time I know Six is here is when I look at a chat message and I go, what the fuck? Luna trying to make some biblically accurate French fries by leaving the eyes on the potatoes. Joey,
that's just
welcome back, Joey.
6 copy pasta. I fucking hate my dude. If anybody here has Astound as an ISP, like they deserve their half a star rating. So you should.
Every ISP does.
This is the lowest I've ever seen.
My son Ramses always has his head in the clouds.
Ramses.
I will grow up to be a great man, or I will grow up to be a rich man, he always says. He never wants to work hard like you, Alex, Mr. Talkative. I don't understand it. Oh, there you go.
Was my camera not on?
Sorry, Alex. Can you wait just a bit longer? I got almost everything. Ready for the trip.
Including his inhaler, for sure.
Is-
so concerned about his son Ramus. And Ramus and his father just don't see eye to eye on anything.
Is my camera not showing up now?
No, it's not.
Oh, good.
What the heck? I can see it in here.
Oh, wait, there we
Yeah,
go.
I can
I see it
see it.
now.
It's
I
good.
think I just had to load it myself.
Oh yeah, because
You know how this fucking shit can be. Joey had to give
This
the
fucking
camel
shit.
clutch poor guy.
Bastard. Ass. Nacho haver.
dude, I'm ready to beat an ass. I'll say that much.
Goodness.
So fucking infuriating to me.
Ooh, buying new things.
This guy's like, you want anything? Actually, never mind. I'm busy. Fuck off.
I would like a
Come
new
back
internet.
later.
One new internet, please.
Who wants to be this guy?
Just one internet?
He's red. He has a
think
stick.
the river rose because of the spring thaw, but others aren't so
Wait.
sure.
Oh my god, this
I
is taking
think
so
the
long.
river rose because of the spring thaw.
Like the water
like it
rose.
The
like it
water
went up.
rose, bro.
Oh, okay. All
Right.
right.
God.
I
Not a plant.
my brain did not process that. Big himbo moment.
Now that the pitch is washed out, We can't get to states for supplies.
Oh, they misspelled south.
Frank's like so ready to dunk on this game without any rhyme or reason. I love it.
River Rose. There are roses in the river.
Nick, this is you.
Oh, have you been to the Dragon Cave east of here? Master Dine's first quest began in that cave when he met with the white dragon there.
My brain puts emphasis on the wrong syllable. It's true.
Frank is
Powers drawn to the stones laid in piles around the land. They say if you rest there, you can regain power.
I'm feeling the
They are handy.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Get your own voice.
I'll give you a topic.
I like that there's two
Safe
different
is not the
stones.
same as south.
You've got one stone that'll heal your HP and one that'll heal MP.
Oh god. There we go.
HP ones seem to be a lot more.
I think, if
populous.
anything, Nick is ripping himself off.
I mean, that happens.
John, this is you.
Constantly.
Yeah,
It's in a circular.
I met my wife in Iberia many years ago.
That's not what we meant, Nick.
I grew
That's what-
very
that's what I
tired
meant.
of the big city and the grind, so we moved back here and got married. I've got no desire to return to that dump.
My wife's got all the dump I could
My
ever
wife.
want. Dump like a truck.
All the dump like a
truck.
truck.
I'm so sorry.
Truck.
I came here from Maribia to marry my husband. You know, was sacrificed for the sake of true love and all that nonsense. Maribia was so exciting. Berg has nothing to compare. I'm so bored here.
Does this mean Wes and I are shipping?
I don't think Legend of Zelda
think
is
that's
an
happened.
RPG 6, so we're not going to play Breath of the Fire on this stream.
Breath of the Fire.
You can just
Oh,
see
realms
the
of the east,
pain
there's
wash
dragon's
over Joey's
cave,
face.
but I don't know if there are any dragons left in it.
I'm in a precarious place right now, Nick.
He's
on the
emotionally
end of his internet.
compromised. He's been through some stuff.
I'm one HD 2D joke away from like just
God.
Why would you
jumping off my roof into a bunch of snow.
Is it even snow?
So, one problem that you're going to see in this game, and I was trying to talk about it before my internet decided to literally silence me, censorship, if you will, is that this game uses Red Book audio, so CD quality audio, basically. And if you notice, the tracks sound really good because they either have real instrumentation or they're like actually mastered, digitally mastered. And
Bro, where are you going?
He's going
to the
to where he
spring.
needs to go. It's different in this version.
Fuck, Nick.
Shit, okay.
Wow, Nick, ready to clown without any rhyme or reason.
I was just pulling a Frank, that's all.
Alright.
There you go.
Hey, Alex, this is Luna's bouquet. Here's Luna.
All right, who's doing?
Here we go.
Nick, I think you need to be our female of the story. Like
You're late again.
Oh,
Are we doing Zanny Luna?
No. Branch out.
The game will get so much longer.
We gotta inflate those 8 hours somehow, bro.
Well, anyway, let's just practice our song for the festival.
this is so cool.
So another version difference. Alex plays a lyre here, and he plays a ocarina in the other versions. And I think this is way cooler. It's more of a harp.
He looks
I
kind
don't
of
even know
pissed.
why it changed.
He doesn't look
Yeah,
happy.
it's so much
He's
cooler.
kind of like, man, fuck
Yeah,
this.
dude, agreed. He does not look happy at all.
No.
Also, if you notice that
He looks real
also,
concerned.
if you notice the timing is off. It's not right. It's not accurate.
Eye rolling.
He played that
Actively.
harp really like reluctantly. He's like,
Look
yeah,
at
I mean,
Knowles,
I
he's
guess
excited.
this is the song. Yeah, Knowles.
Is this a slap
Knowles,
harp?
like,
No, it's like, dude, can you guys stop?
Oh, here you go.
Your harp. You're playing so strange.
it's so
Something
weird having
bothering
voice
you?
Even she
acting on
noticed.
the show.
You
What
can
the
tell
fuck?
me.
I know.
Alex, please tell me what's wrong.
The reluctant bard. That's pretty
Please tell
good.
me what's wrong.
You've been so quiet. Talk to me, Alex. What's the matter?
Alex wants to go to the Dragon Cave with Ramus.
Tattletale.
The Dragon Cave? Please don't go there, Alex. It's just too dangerous. Yep, there you go. There's your ellipses.
Can you give me a line read on that?
Pizza.
Can we sing mode that?
Actually, that's a good sing mode.
Well, I've never been able to stop you.
Sorry. Anyway.
It was frightening.
It would have been better if you had done that after I had said able to stop you. I was just like,
I've never been able to stop you.
From doing what you wanted to do before. So I guess all I can do is go along and make sure you stay out of trouble.
Luna has joined our party.
You know, Alex, there's that old chest in the basement. Maybe there's something we can use in it.
No, there's
fucking
these
old
not.
things?
Not for a long time.
Oh, these old things?
Okay, so the reason why I said
yeah.
it was off wasn't me being nitpicky with the music, which I do, but like it's supposed to actually be intentional that his timing is off.
Oh,
and I think that's a really cool attention to detail.
Like she said, like I feel like you're a little off
Yep.
today and everything. That's cool.
Yeah, and I remember when I was replaying this as an adult. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
Check
Go.
the chest in the basement.
As an adult, I remember I was playing this and I was like, "Oh my, this is so fucking off. This is like driving me insane." And I thought it was an issue with the Red Book audio.
Yeah.
See, I can tie things together, and it was not. It was intentional. I think that's pretty fucking cool, man.
Fresh to death.
If it isn't, so it is intentional, which I agree. That is pretty freaking cool. But like. Rewatching it today does not seem intentional.
Right. Oh no, yeah, but it definitely is because it's something that was retained in other versions, and
it's cool. It makes sense too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, the chest is locked. My chest is locked. What are we going to do?
Find a key.
Wes?
That's you, Besley.
Oh, hi. Hi there, Noel.
Excuse me? You know, maybe, I don't know, Key might help here. Perhaps we should ask around, folks.
I needed to pronounce all of those question marks and exclamation points. Sorry.
No, I heard them. That was good.
I felt it.
Yeah. You should pick up your room more often. Luna cleans her room out even has a reminder, right, Luna? Yep. Okay, give me a key. The key to the chest in the basement? Okay, here you go. There's nothing important in it. I got it! Chest key received! Hey, that's our sound when we get a follow. Cool?
Another interesting thing about that sound is that that's actually PCM audio. So that's like not CD audio. So this game does use two different things. And if you played Eternal Blue on Sega CD, I think like 80% of that soundtrack is actually PCM instead of Red Book. So it's sequenced in MIDI rather than this, which is like way fuller and more lush sounding. The only problem with this, though, is you'll notice that this shit loops after 30 seconds and you hear the loop. And it's because the track has to reset itself. It's not like fluid.
Good old
technology
early
hadn't.
CD.
Yeah. And so like that was the downside, I guess. But so the music might get grating to you in some way, but it sounds so good. Who cares?
Wesley.
Joey singing.
And looks like it contains an old sword and dirty clothes.
You can always just go forward when Joey saying something interesting.
Well, Alex, put on the battle clothes and grab that sword.
He got a dagger and heavy clothes.
Woohoo! Equipment.
Oh, these clothes look like swords to me because I'm tiny. I'm a little guy.
I'm just a wee lad.
You wouldn't hurt a little birthday boy, would you?
Tiny flying cat. Oh, wait.
Alright, let's go again.
I'm one of those cats with wings you always hear about.
It talks.
You know, like cats do.
Joey doesn't work for free. That's right.
That's true. I'm not a musician though. I just play an instrument. This is a difference. I think. I feel like that's like being able to fix my pipe versus being a plumber. You know, like I could change out a P trap.
Might get us there. Enough bits will definitely make me bully Joey into singing something. 100%.
No. I'll sing in like joke voices, but not for real. I hate that so much. I've watched a lot of Star Trek Voyager, and that ruined fucking like singing on camera for me forever.
Did I offend
Irreparably.
the stork god? Why'd he give me this lazy dreamer for a kid? What if the biggest boomer dad? Like, my kid has interests. I fucking hate it.
Well, dude, that's such like a cartoon, like 80s, 90s cartoon joke too. Like storks were a touchstone for children's entertainment.
Entertainment.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Everything's all set. Let's get going, Alex. Boy, Luna's coming too. Wow, she's okay. I guess. Anyway, come on, let's go. The Dragon King is waiting.
Do you think Ramus
joined Alex's party?
is like not cool with Luna coming because he knows he doesn't have a shot with her?
He's upset because he knows he's not gonna have a shot with Alex if she's around.
He still thinks girls have cooties.
No, he's a Ferengi, dude.
I think you got to go around the other
females.
The other way.
Females.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, Ramus definitely refers to girls as females, 100%.
If you mispronounce Ramus's name one more time, I'm gonna Ramus you.
I'm gonna call him Ramus.
Harold. Should we just call him Harold then?
Harold
Right,
Ramus.
up and to the right. To the right.
Up
to the right.
and to the
All the
right.
way to the east and then down.
Okay, gotcha.
Hey, get out of here, Ramus.
No, that's not east, bro. Where you going?
Well, yeah,
No,
you meant,
what are we-
okay, I got you. Okay.
Are you
Here we
sure?
are.
This is a banger battle.
Oh, we're fighting bugs.
Too bad you're gonna hear it a lot, so.
Yeah.
This
you
battle
like
theme rocks in any version. Well, I don't
It
know about the
does.
Game Boy Advance version, but
You know what? It's not bad in that. It's not. It's not good, but like it's not like its
was the best they
foundation
could
is
do.
solid. Yeah.
so who wants to sing us a song about this battle system and the use of like space and movement and
this
everything?
is something, I would love a real good talk about it.
So you have this game has an interesting like proximity-based attack system. So you have like a literal like we'll call it an ATB economy, where you have there's a stat that affects how far you can move before you attack, and that could cut into your amount of attacks. So let's say you have 3 attacks on one character. If you have to move I don't know, this much space, then you only get 2 attacks. If you have to move this much space, then you get all 3. There's no way to manually move your character, but 2 things will make you move. If you select fight and attack something, or if you, like you'll see in his individual thing, there's flee and run. If he does flee, then he'll like move back. So it like withdraws from combat.
It's kind of
It's
cute.
got this, yeah, it's got this like really interesting like micromanagement mechanic. Although it rarely is ever used, you can play this entire game without ever understanding it or even paying any attention to it, but it's still cool. Which is a good time to mention the fact that this version of the game is like, this is little Timmy's version.
Like, it's powerful easy.
Yeah, it is very, very easy. You'll notice that there's these statues on the world map, and so the statues in the world map heal your HP to full, but not your MP. But they're so ubiquitous, it doesn't really matter. The things that heal your MP are usually in towns.
There's a couple of 2-spike towers that'll heal MP.
Like here, it's in a couple dungeons, like only 3, I think.
There's like 2 or 3 on the world map that I found while I was working around the game.
Alex got that piece on.
We're
He got a
make a
pizzone.
claim with Joey just making excuses instead of singing.
I also find it interesting that you don't see the names of the monsters unless you ask Null what's going on. Then he tells you what the monsters are.
That's a really good observation too. So like what they tried to do is like, Frank, open up your menu. So you see how like Null is like his own
character,
like subset on here. So like
He's got the saving.
They tried to integrate
You got the save.
like Null's presence in the story as like a gameplay mechanic almost. Like he'll run around and he'll actually hit stuff in this version. Although it's not very much.
But they did
He
that
also
in
has
the second Lunar. I think
in an Eternal
once,
Blue.
once a
Eternal Blue
certain
does it too.
story event happens in the first one, Null attacks in the first Silver Star story complete. But I remember your companion in Silver Star in Lunar
She
2
does, yeah.
being a lot more proactive in comment.
Yeah, but in this version, Null is extremely offensive, and he'll actually even resurrect you or cure your statuses too during combat.
Yeah, he'll randomly heal you if you're really low, but not much, like 5 or 10 HP.
Ooh, did you just hear that thunder, John?
In the PS1 version,
I did.
He resurrects, brings your characters back to life if they die.
Yeah. At the end of battle, and sometimes randomly during it. But,
yeah.
But in this one
Which is really
particularly, it's like super frequent. Is this stream hella laggy for anyone else?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But it's only absolutely dandy on the stream itself.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Frank, you gonna go in there?
So if you do,
I wanted to maybe get a single level before I went in there.
You should probably also buy Luna a weapon.
Oh, she has no weapon.
Is she just punching stuff?
Just go back to town.
Okay, so the town sells weapons now.
Yep.
Yeah. You can actually pimp out the whole party with it.
Okay, I'll do that then. That's okay.
Another thing I would recommend too is putting Ramus in the front of your party. Like even if so, after every party, if somebody's dead, they'll revive at the end of battle with 1 HP. So like Ramus is like not that's perfect. Ramus is like he sucks.
Yeah, he's horrible.
Yeah, but
he is one of the worst like RPG party members, which it makes sense. It's the point, but
it's
like,
intentional.
man, he fucking sucks. Like,
dude, Ramus, kind of fucking sucks, dude. Okay?
Ramus,
not
kinda horrible.
Literally.
That's true of both Ramuses that I know of.
So I think the
just you wait,
RNG.
Xenoblade 3, he's coming back, baby.
Yeah. Takahashi brought back
Yes, there's not.
He brought back Ramus.
There's not a single other Xenogears reference. They just have Ramus come in and like lose, like he does in Xenogears.
But this Ramus though, cross-dimensional Ramus.
He pilots fucking Ramus's mech and everything. Like, oh my god. Okay, so Sling would be for we want Sling for Luna.
That's a good Luna weapon.
Because she can attack from a distance.
I did not mean to buy 2, but I did.
Got this Sling.
Not gonna Sling.
Oh no.
Yeah. I noticed a lot of accidental button presses in this game will give you things you really don't want or make you lose things.
Let me get away from this guy.
And you have the lovely Shining Force kind of inventory system. Actually, yeah, probably the most similar to Shining Force or Earthbound. No, Earthbound. What am I saying? You have like Null's inventory, which is like your.
Wow, that's
that was
thunder.
loud.
Holy shit, y'all heard that too?
Yeah, that was good.
We're gonna lose Frank halfway through this. I don't mean his stream, just Frank.
Just Frank entirely. Yeah. Inventory is gonna be a thing.
Let me check.
You think Ramus is okay?
Well, isn't the canon that Null's holding all the stuff?
Yes.
Because he'll say, "Hey, I can't carry anything else."
Which I kind of like. I like that practical integration of things.
I like how a higher level armor is heavy clothes.
The only problem is that you could only use items from your personal inventory in battle.
Right. You have to equip an item to use it in battle. It sucks.
Yeah,
really
you can't just be like, Yonal, what is the item to
Herb?
No, the
Starlight
one. Starlight.
Yeah. Oh, Starlight me.
Yonal, Starlight me.
Well, this
You're
is
me,
actually
that's
the
Starlight,
first game
Null.
to use voice commands. So if you say, "Hey Null, Starlight," there's a chance he'll do it. Use the Sega CD mic.
Looking to see if anyone was buying it.
Yeah.
I'm dumb enough to believe it.
I love wearing heavy clothes. Frank
I'm like
swatted by a cumulonimbus. I'll say
Cumulonimbus.
Oh no, that's not at all what that is.
That's literally what that is.
It is now.
If you don't think we're reinventing
Cumulonimbus
the
is
English
what you're
language,
spraying.
if you don't think we're
Bro.
reinventing the English language every episode of Super RPG Friends, then I don't know what you were expecting.
We're redefining the world.
All right. Well, I guess I'm taking requests then if everybody's going to sing.
I have to translate 6 for everybody. Frank, he was talking about your vape cloud.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you can ask Null at the beginning of battle whether he thinks they're strong or what kind of monsters they are.
Really?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that's right. Yeah, it's like I don't really
like dogs, Alex.
Because I think it's supposed to be like, okay, my guess is that that's actually a direct influence from Final Fantasy.
Hey, we got a level.
Woohoo! Frank, you might want to save before you can save pretty much everywhere.
Oh,
but
okay.
You just want to save anyway. Because in Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest, actually, there were a lot of times where like one tile on the world map over would give you like a super stacked enemy encounter. So you can like in
War
this case,
Machine.
like, yeah, War Machine, or like something earlier on in Final Fantasy by the Peninsula of Power, or even Dragon Quest. If you venture too far south, you get the fucked up Drakis.
It'll toast you.
There's just no way we're gonna get past this ball of ice!
Wait. Yeah, there is. Yeah. The ring. In a drawer at my house. There's an old ring with the magic of heat.
Not the magic of fire, the magic of heat.
It's worth a shot.
Slightly warm.
Oh my
I
God.
use it for hot pockets and ding dongs.
Back to the town.
You don't,
Warm ring.
so you don't have to do this in the remix. They trimmed this down.
No, you don't. Yeah.
It's very gated in this game. You have to talk to the right person at the right time to unlock the next thing.
Yeah. Well, you know what? All the other versions are like that too, but this one is especially esoteric because like there's encounters on the world map, which isn't in any of the other versions of this game. No world map in. There's actually no world map in the PSP version.
Really?
And the one for complete is just no encounters. You just maneuver through the world map.
Just
that's
nice,
what you
'cause
the
it's
yeah, on the PS1 one, yeah.
And the GBA version has no world. Well, it has it's locations. It's like nodes. You just select where you want to go.
Oh, okay. I mean, like, if you're not going to have battles on the overworld, you might as well just do that.
Oh.
Right.
Save us all a little time. Come on.
Like, yeah, if there's like no real exploration, like I get it. Like, who cares? Yeah, it's crazy, Nox. Like the way that Frank teched out his Sega CD.
Right.
And it's like this like lovely HD
overclocked Sega CD going on.
I mean, if you notice that the colors in the menu are a little bit off, it's not because it's not on Sega CD. It's because you overclocked it. So that happens when you overclock your Sega CD. Check it out.
Go ahead, Joey. Take it away.
Fixes chat.
Chat request Joey sing Istanbul.
No.
One of my favorite songs.
Come on, Joey.
Come on.
Seconded.
Constantinople, get the words.
Come on, whose business is it, Joey? It's nobody's business but the Turks.
So if you have a date in Constantinople, where's she waiting? Where's she waiting?
Come on, Joey, you got this. You know the answer.
I refuse. I will not be party to terrorism.
I think Joey doesn't like the name They Might Be Giants because he's a short king.
True.
Oh.
It could be.
And yeah, it's very true. I think like my great grandmother was Iranian.
No, just said Ramus is one of the largest kids he knows.
That was a good line.
I'm a big boy now. I'm big enough to take care of myself. Yes, Nanny, Ramus is big. In fact, he's one of the largest kids I've ever laid eyes on.
Oh my God. No.
God, that localization.
Lord.
Fucking roasted.
I mean,
there you go.
Check on that, Ramus.
His avarice is supposed to reflect his size, basically.
Jesus.
Here's the ring.
I don't make the rules. I didn't write the game.
You better be careful with it.
You just enforce them.
Let's try the Dragon's game again, but this time with this ring. Okay, Alex.
Old ring taken.
I wish there was a scene where they like put the ring in the snow and like it doesn't do anything.
They're like, wait a
And
minute.
then
This is just the heat ring. Damn. Okay.
Maybe we should try wearing it. And then they're like, oh.
New ring, same as the old ring.
Here comes
Oh,
the new.
there's the Marlboro.
These are easy pickings.
Albino.
Yeah, that's
baboon,
definitely
and
a
fly trap.
These are slim pickings.
It even poisons
No,
you.
it's not Marlboro. It's an Ochu.
It's an
You guys
Ochu.
are the worst.
It's true.
The fucking worst. I hate everyone.
Nannies.
Ouch.
Big a boy.
It's Ochu season, baby.
I like how the area is
Ochu summer.
infested with albino baboons. Like,
Right. Oh, poison.
that is such a ridiculous thing to have. Be like,
a rare speed, like a rare breed or something. Well, it's
Luckily,
fantasy,
status
Nick.
effects don't persist.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like-
yeah, they don't.
the real, never
Like-
mind. I just got distracted.
Curing poison is almost like pointless in this. Like I
done.
don't think I ever did it.
It's done by the time the battle's done, so it's not really useful.
Like it's interesting though because they definitely tried to add aspects of like ARPGs in this with the movement system. Like there is definitely something in the backs of the developer's mind where they wanted to add something like dynamic.
Reminds me of that first Tales game where they ran towards the enemies and hit them.
Yeah, but that was still like it's still an action RPG. It played out more like a fighting game, like with input.
That was kind of their goal.
Yeah.
I just had to bring up Tales because everyone else does it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn, John, and I fucking ate it up too.
John got him.
John got him. God damn it.
Every time.
Damn. Relentless. But yeah, I mean this is like a super early like example of an RPG that really like you gotta mute, man.
Yeah.
This is like a super early example of an RPG that like tried to like up the fidelity in all ways, and I think that that's one of the reasons why they wanted to do this on the Sega CD to like stand out against the contemporaries. Because if you like really look at this game, like what does it really have on the surface compared to like something like Final Fantasy or Phantasy Star or even Dragon Quest? You know, something that's like it has its own like setting or gimmick. And because I think that they were trying to appeal to a very direct market of like RPG enthusiasts rather than like a general population, which I think is really awesome. Like,
Wasn't this though one of the best-selling or the best-selling Mega CD in Japan?
Probably, yeah, I can see that.
Like 100,000 copies of the original run.
Wow, that's a lot for that time too.
Right. Wood shield.
Hey.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of the Chrono stuff is sort of similar to that too.
The sound effects
the
are
way
so
Chrono's
Slimes.
The enemy sprites have a ton of frames of animation too, for a game that came out in this time.
I love the slime attacks. They're so fucking cool. They turn into little
even
spooky mouths.
So this might not seem like a lot, but you see how the characters are always animated? They're always like swinging their arms and walking in place or whatever. Like for a game to have like 10 plus sprites on the screen with no
One
lives.
step! I took one fucking step! Is it this
It
again?
happens.
Is this
Breaks
what we're
the
fucking
happens,
doing
guy.
again? All over again? God damn it. Oh, it's another one of these. Alright, that's fine.
In
That's fine.
Dungeons,
It's
it
no
seems to
problem.
happen more often than the world map.
Yo, Frank, is this your first RPG?
Yeah, right. Yeah, is this your first RPG on Super RPG, friends, Frank?
Well,
My first
it's
RPG.
it is kind of bad in this game because I think the RNG is like on a. I don't think it's on a seed. I think it's tile by tile. So that means you're constantly rolling to see if you get into a battle.
Everyone say goodbye to Outrageous.
See you later,
Later,
Rachel.
Rachel.
Thanks for stopping by.
Insert
It's a
Rambush.
No, we're not using Rambush again. That doesn't sound right.
Sorry, Joey.
That's when Ramus like misplaces his razor, bro, and he's just letting it grow natural. Ramus all natural.
Adding that to the list of banned words, excuse me.
Okay, how do we add banned Rambush?
It's not gonna work. There'll be no
It's a person in their band forever.
Damn it! I just banned somebody from chat who doesn't exist. Fuck!
Oh my god!
Dude,
Joey!
Super RPG friends. That sounds interesting. Clicks to it. He's already.
What did I do?
What did I do?
All I wanted to do was Rambo. Never.
Now I
Oh
get.
my god! All I wanted to do was a little rambush.
Wait, was there really somebody named Rambush?
There must be. I
Apparently.
mean, like.
You banned them. You should know.
Yeah, Joey, what do you say? You didn't
No,
know?
because I just tried to ban like a made-up name. Like here, what's like this?
I wonder
Here
if
we
I
go.
can
Joey's
just.
gonna ban more people.
Just keep banning people.
Did I accidentally ban
landed.
somebody?
There we go.
No!
There you
Okay.
go. We've been unbanned.
No
Rambush.
more racism against Rambush. The
You're
one.
welcome.
Fucking name Rambush, dude. We what?
Rambush, you can come back whenever. We like you now.
It's a euphemism.
Oh.
Is it though?
I'm so confused right now.
What's like when there's a euphemism, but it's just saying the thing? Oh, why is that cave a person?
I think that's a single entendre.
That
Oh, I
passage
see
is a
it, Wes.
dude.
I totally see that. Yeah,
It is a dude.
I definitely see that.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Joey Hates His Fans Part 2.
Oh my god.
And welcome to the Joey Zone part. There's no
We'll
part.
randomly ban someone
Because
based on a word.
Wait, so hold on.
They're probably
Rambush
rumors.
got turned into poor Darnell tonight.
Well, so hold on. What spark? I thought you just misspoke Ramus and said Rambush. And so
No.
I didn't think that there was somebody actually named Rambush in
No, there
the chat.
wasn't in the chat.
There
No,
wasn't.
no, there wasn't in the chat.
But how did I ban that person? Because
So
You can
just
ban
banned
anyone who's on Twitch or has ever been on
Yeah.
Twitch.
Oh,
so,
okay, I
so
thought-
it's just some dude.
Okay.
Yeah, they weren't here though. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like,
if Rambush
Rambush
ever
was secretly
decides to be
watching
one of
us.
our 6 viewers, he can definitely come hang whenever, man.
Actually,
Joey
I think
just
we're at
felt
20 right
extremely bad for a couple of minutes there.
Did.
I could see like the
Like, oh,
pain
come
growing
back,
on your
we're
face.
sorry.
What the hell?
This is a fucking
oh
banger.
god. This is a
Alex,
banger.
I don't think we should be here.
Null's portrait is fucking terrifying. I just want to bring
It
this
is,
up.
like-
That is
see what you
legitimately
ate this morning,
unsettling.
Alex.
He's like, "Ah, Alex, I can see everything that has ever been or ever will be.
Alex,
That's
I
so
know the
much
exact
caffeine.
date of your death.
Oh my god. Oh jeez. Oh man.
Oh, I clipped
Oh.
that. I clipped that.
Good, thank you. Oh my god, please,
Joey's
anyone
ban
listen.
hammer.
Listen, you people.
It
If
bangs
you
when you
click the
squeak-
click
it
bu-
squeaks when
the
you bang
click
it.
Button, it means the world to me. It'll be seen. I'll post it all over the fucking place. If you laugh, click that shit,
Poor
and I will make sure that it is seen by people, and I will make sure that I let you know that I appreciate the shit out of you. Clips. It's what keeps friends.
And folks, if
running.
you like what you see, give us some likes, give us some bits, give us some
Well,
subs.
you
Listen,
can
fucking
subscribe
username is
now.
Rambo.
You could give us bits. You
Oh,
could
we
play
can.
sound effects on stream. Like, there's so many things you could do. If you donate at least 100 bits, you get a little voice message. You can talk whatever slander about Final Fantasy 13 you want to. It's great. Hashtag
hold on,
Rambus
this is the
did
better
nothing
one.
wrong. Okay.
This
Oh,
is
this is
a
talking.
better
Yeah,
one.
let's listen to this shit. Oh, it's so cool. The eyes. Hey.
Way to gift your wife a sub, Wes.
Yeah, I may have
Is that
gifted
what
a
we're
sub, but
calling
it
it
makes
now?
me a dom.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, look at this motherfucker.
My friend,
Frank.
adventurers to visit me in a long time.
Sounds like smog.
Yeah.
I am Quark,
But it's
Tetrarch
Quark.
of the Dragon Tribe. You have journeyed far.
It's like a cross between Falcor and Gizmo.
Yeah, yeah, I see that.
If you have survived, your mission must be urgent.
Mixed apparently with like a E-Bombs World soundboard.
Young Dragon Boy, the time has come. No.
Wait, Joey, didn't you have a
Young
quark
Dragon
mine?
Ball.
Quark is clown
I think
shoes.
I have a quirk.
Yeah, I was gonna
But
say, I remember,
should
I
I
remember
do-
Joey asking for a quark voice.
Should I do?
What?
I'll do I'll do hardcore metalcore vocalist Quark.
Oh God, Ren Quark.
Young dragon boy, the time has come, hasn't it? You have the green eyes. When last I gazed upon eyes like these, it was the shining face of die I beheld. Here, take this ring. If the desire to be a dragon master burns in your soul, then cross over to the mainland and seek out your destiny. Return to me with this ring once you've attained the prize of manhood.
Joey didn't want to sing, but here you guys are. That's Joey singing right there, and it's beautiful. I want to write. Vale said, I want to write a riff to this. Please.
Seth, I had it in my head. I was literally tapping out the bass drum part while I was reading that.
Oh my God. Dragon Ring received. That's it? Alright, we just get to leave? Alright, he's like, alright, that's it.
Talk to him again.
I will. Hold on. Let me equip this Dragon Ring. Yeah.
Where's Kaipa?
Oh, you over there, you look very familiar. I seem to know you.
To Nick.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, it's so strange. I feel that somehow our souls are intertwined. It must be my age.
Like most metalcore vocals.
Age of Dragons. Oh, wait.
His mids need a little bit of work.
Quark, we've come to you to get the diamond.
Diamond? What diamond?
Oh shit.
I think you know what I'm talking about.
Got a little.
Why is it you humans prize those things? Don't you know they're made from my shit? Oh, what's the use? Here, take a look. This is the diamond.
Dragon Diamond received. Fuck yeah! Oh, Bam Bam! what a line!
Bam, bam.
The iconic Null line. Double Bam Bam!
Not a Flintstones reference at all.
I don't believe it! That's the Dragon Diamond!
Alex
Barney
gained
had
20
twins.
experience. Alex gained a
Just
level.
name them both Bam
Ramus
Bam.
20 experience, 20 experience. Luna learned Temptation.
My rap name is Lil Bam Bam.
Lil Bam Bam.
Lil Bam Bam.
Bam Bam.
Bam Bam
Joey.
took me under his wing.
Hey boy, wait! No, Alex, it's Alex Roy. I'll be waiting for you to return as a man.
Hell yeah. Is that it? Yep, that's
That's
it.
how
Okay.
long this game is. He's coming back aged.
Yeah, you can go back to him to heal.
Yes. So then I gotta fight my way back out.
Oh yeah, shit! I should have told you to buy a warp wing.
It's all good.
Yeah, at this point it doesn't matter too much. You're not gonna like.
It's a
run out of
pretty. Yeah,
resources.
it's not too.
Good experience too.
Yeah.
It is. Little non-grinding grinding.
Yeah, we should have just not said that those exist and just
Just you wait. I'm happy.
Just fool Frank. He'll forget they exist. It's fine.
Don't
We all
make-
will.
What exists?
Huh? The
Uh-huh.
what?
So now that we're running out of this cave, I think this is a good time to talk a little something about the different versions of Silver Star. So, I think Wes, you played the PSP one, this one, right?
I played the PSP and PS1.
Oh, okay, so not the GBA
Not
or
this
this one. Okay.
I
did
briefly
the
played the
GBA
GBA
and
one, but I didn't stick with it super long.
Yeah, so there's this version that came out on the Sega CD, and then it was actually remade by Game Arts and another studio for the Sega Saturn. And it's like a complete remake, huge additions to the script. It's almost like double as long or something crazy like that. They added new bosses, redid the music, and it's basically the complete version, the one for PS1. And then later, they added an MPEG version of it. So this is pretty much the same game with a couple balanced, like very small tweaks, and better quality FMVs. And then that was ported over to the PlayStation and then localized. So that's the version that we got.
That was the best bathroom break I've ever had. I just want you guys to know. I didn't skip a fucking beat. I continued I finished the battle, kept walking down, like, oh hell yeah.
And then it was also ported to the PC. We never got that here. And then it was remade in the early 2000s for the GBA, which basically like kind of goes back to more of the Sega CD version.
That's kind of aggressive.
Real quick, could you tell me what these? And obviously, I know what healing does. Do you know off the top of your head what these do?
Cascade buffs you. Good luck. I don't remember. For purification cures status, and temptation like charms the enemies. I think it actually puts them to sleep.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so dude, honestly, I didn't use any status effects this entire game. I basically just spammed attack.
No.
And healed. Like you don't have to. That's all you need.
Spam some skills and magic at some point.
Yeah, and bosses.
I know I had special attacks by now in the PS1 version of it. So this is kind of interesting that I don't yet.
Yeah, you don't really get anything with Alex for a little while. There's a story reason for it, but you'll see. Anyway, so the game was remade in the GBA, and it changes a lot of stuff. And then it was remade again about 6 or 7 years later for the PSP, which is more similar to the PS1 version. So if you played the PSP version, it's not, like in terms of gameplay, not terribly different from the PS1. But like, at least, you know, mechanically it's pretty much the same. But for better or worse.
I was very upset to find out that the GBA one was not a sequel of any kind, that it was a remake when I bought it.
Yeah. And
I knew nothing of it.
I would say, like, if... Man, this game is funky because it's like... It's both like a really good intro to RPGs and kind of like a weird one because there's really not any mechanics to it apart from, like, the movement system, which, like I said, you can pretty much disregard because the game's difficulty never really implores you to use it, right?
Like, I literally the PS1 version, like, some of the boss battles are so tough.
They doubled the hit points on some of the bosses.
No, I definitely think the PS1 version had some real difficulty to it. I know it might have been like child brain a little bit, but some of it was definitely like, okay, this is tough.
Compared to this, it's like hard, but like for like a regular RPG, I would say it's like
like I said, I know I had child brain.
I mean, because all you're doing is like for a lot of the bosses, all you're doing is having Alex do his like blade something or other and have Luna heal him, right?
Yeah,
like,
and then you buff in the beginning of battles,
which isn't like big brain stuff, but like I mean, there were a few bosses where like even doing that, it was a little touch and go. It was like
you burn through the items.
Yeah, you really burn through the items and stuff like that. So,
like it wants you to grind some.
A little bit for sure.
Yeah.
Once you get all of the party members, they become a little more balanced, a little more even, right?
Until the end game, and then it cranks up a bit.
Does it?
But like,
oh, fantastic.
But also, but the thing is, I don't understand, dude. I don't get people saying that it's grindy. It's not grindy. Like, the only thing that happens is at the end of the game, right, when the difficulty really ramps up, it does this thing where it forces you to do encounters. Like, you have to clear a certain number of encounters to get to the next room. And it does that because it wants you to be at a certain level, and you get a shitload of experience. The curve, like, you're supposed to catch up with those battles.
End-game experience is nuts.
Yeah. So I legitimately did not grind once in the complete version. And then at the end of the game, I was like, oh shit, this is getting kind of cranked. Maybe I should grind. And then I was able to fight all these things, and it put me like up, and I got my like last abilities or whatever. And
it does make grinding easy with the healing points, though.
Oh yeah, and you get a lot of items that regenerate your
Those
MP.
single point towers are only HP, you were saying?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
So that's why you kind of conserve MP going through a dungeon for the boss. Yeah. You just attack your way through.
Yeah.
I remember bosses were very much like, okay, these are the moves you use, go ahead and use them.
And so I think this game almost de-incentivizes you to grind because, like, you'll notice that you start getting, like, the EXP curve catches up fast, bro. Like, it'll take I remember as a kid, I sat out here and I grinded for, like, geez, I don't know, like 3-4 hours just because. And I don't even think I got very high up. I don't think my level was, like, super high. Because you get such pitiful experience after a certain point.
There's like places that it's good to grind in, and others are just like not worth the effort.
Yeah.
Like right after. Never mind. I'm gonna not spoil things.
There you go.
I'm like, too soon.
Alex, this diamond's gonna make us rich. I can almost taste the buddy. We're gonna get.
It tastes like chocolate.
Don't make me run. I'm full of chocolate.
He's just a sweet little Dutch boy. There's nothing that anyone can do about it.
He's a human mallow.
So actually,
should I buy the longsword for Alex, or will I get one? Do you think?
Yeah, just buy it, bro.
Buy it, okay.
Buy it.
If you can afford it, buy it.
Yeah, I can. I know Ramus will get. He can get it if I find one. He can get the extra.
I heard you stopped yourself to
shut up.
Pronounce it.
Shut the fuck up.
It's Ramus.
Ramus. Yeah, actually, Frank, it's Ramses.
I'll kill you.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's Ramses.
We're not making the full circle.
It's the A-list thing again. A-list.
Okay. Oh wait, no, I remember that. We've talked about that. We've done this.
You want help, Frank, or are you just gonna wander around talking to stuff?
Yeah, where do I go?
We have to try and sell the diamond to both the shops.
Okay, we'll do. Oh my god, great.
Nick, sorry, I just saw your message.
Oh, what a beautiful gem. I've never seen its equal. I couldn't possibly afford to buy this.
I'm sorry, Nick.
It's fine.
I just think it's funny
I can't believe you have to try and sell it, because like in the PS1 version, you only have to try and sell it to the item shop.
Yeah, you have to try to sell it to both.
And you don't even have to try and sell it. You literally just go to the item shop and talk to him, and Ramus is just like, hey, buy this diamond. And we're like, I can't afford this.
What the fuck? This is Berg, bro. Oh my gosh, I couldn't buy a diamond like this. I don't have enough
I'm not
money.
buying dragon shit.
You'll have to go to a big city like Maribia to unload this baby.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a great rock. Sounds like something you'd hear in downtown Florida.
Arabia is the port town on the main continent. I'm sure we could sell it there.
He's definitely getting more Dutch.
He's getting more Dutch.
He's getting more Dutch.
The boat to Arabia takes off from Set. Let's go.
Slowly becoming mallow, and I'm fine with this.
But he's also getting into shape more because he's breathing heavily less.
But he leveled up a couple times.
Oh,
he did level up some.
Downtown Florida. We just gonna let that one fly?
Yes, we are. Well, see, because I live in Newport Richey, but Newport Richey isn't that bad. So, like, I wasn't gonna throw my city under the bus that quick. So I'm just like, downtown Florida, baby.
Downtown Florida.
Everyone's favorite
downtown
place.
Florida Brown.
Everyone loves visiting downtown Florida.
Couple fucking
My
lumberjacks.
husband's so forgetful. If his head wasn't attached, he'd leave it somewhere. I'm at my
Very
wit's
progressive
end. I just don't know what
for
to
this
do
90s
with them.
game.
I hate my husband. This is a loveless marriage.
Know it. Now I can't fix the bridge, but I've lost my axe. Now where did I leave it? I think it was in my shed in the weird woods.
The weirdest of woods.
If
Frank,
you know me, I'll be on the
I held
toilet.
it back.
Downtown
I held it back.
Small town.
Thank you for holding
You held it back?
Joey.
I held back the Pacino.
The
You held it back?
Pacino,
I could have done it.
Just gotta sneak a hoo-ah in every once in a while.
She was a
North of you.
North, okay.
Do you have to go around the mountain, Joey? I forget. Like, it looks like you can't, but you might have to.
I don't remember.
This world map is painful.
Yeah, there's a lot of parts where you have to, like, it doesn't look like you can walk in between.
Walk there, but you can walk there.
Mm-hmm. Not as bad as Phantasy Star, but it can be... Oh, God.
This is my life. I've accepted it. I've accepted this is what I have to put up with.
Mass encounters.
It will make it slightly faster if you hit AI.
Yeah.
But not terribly, but it's a little...
Well, it remembers your cursor position.
Yeah.
So it was that mountain you can go around on the other side. Okay. When I said north, it kept going north.
Okay, gotcha.
I wasn't sure if it was that one or not. It's a skinny spot, but apparently you can walk through it.
Suck it in, Alex. Ramus, you're beautiful. Alex. Don't change a thing.
You got this, baby.
Alex just carries the party for this party.
Oh, yeah. And Ramus is just there to take it.
Pacino,
Alex is the party, Ramus is the disco ball.
Devil's Advocate. Top level Narm.
Narm. Dude, the whole, like, the 20th century was entirely mine bit is so good, though. It's like, when a movie that, like, is kind of presented like a joke actually hits a chord with its dialogue, I'm like, okay.
Yes,
all right.
Good. I'm about it.
Did you just go pee that fast?
No, motherfucker, I had to fill up my vape juice.
With pee?
Yeah, bro.
What do you think vape juice
is?
It's
a yellow
Joey?
Cloud.
Yeah, fuck off.
He's got to feed his apes. He needs the vape ape juice.
Feed his lazy apes.
Otherwise, all of his apes will be gone.
Joey, well, what about them? Did you see the message I got today? I was like, hey, Frank,
how's
it been? What's up, bro? Are you into NFTs yet? Just like,
are you?
No, I was like, hey, man,
or are you
how
going
you
to
doing?
be later?
I hope you're doing good. I don't want to talk about NFTs. And then followed by like 2 paragraphs of how's he doing, and then like, hey bro, just wondering, why aren't you into NFTs? I'm going north, Nick.
He's working on it.
Narf.
Just talking about NFTs.
Oh, that one's a heal you.
That one heals my fucking
Crypto Frank.
Crypto, yeah, that's what they call me.
Yeah, that's Frank all over.
I haven't looked at my portfolio in months. Thank you very much. It's been a nightmare.
These must be the weird ones. Alex.
Best gulp ever.
They're supposed to be haunted.
Oh my god! Now I am gonna fill my drink up though. I'll be right back.
I'm just cycling between every annoying voice I've ever had for a D&D character.
I heard it was for the goblins.
Yeah, a lot of that is my goblin voice.
Wes is going goblin mode.
I am.
This is called the Gothic Woods.
I live in goblin.
Well, Nal says they're the weird. Oh, in the other versions.
Those are pretty different.
Maybe that's a later forest. It might be a later forest.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Actually, hang on.
I don't remember a later forest.
It's actually
At least not in this version.
There's a place where you find what's his butt?
Don't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, they're the weird woods in the PS1 version.
You find Jean, and it's crazy that she's in this one too.
She just makes the game better just by her very presence.
There's like a troop of carnival people too. That's what's wild. Carnies, if you will.
Yeah. Lunar Carney story complete.
I'd play that video game.
Oh,
okay.
So
the Carney's story is one that's oft untold.
I would like to say my girlfriend has she has completely like re-immersed herself into Dragon Age. She beat Inquisition, and then she went back and beat 1 and 2, so she'd carry her her gameplay over. And she's playing Inquisition now with like her actual story decisions from when she was growing up. And she was telling me, she was like, you know, when I get to the end of this game, I'm like, what am I gonna do? I don't have anything to play, and I have been working on her for so long to play Mass Effect, and the other day, she agreed. She was like, okay, Frank, I will play Mass Effect, and I got the Legendary Edition and everything, so I'm really excited for her to actually play that, because Mass Effect's great, and I really think she's gonna enjoy it.
Got some
big Mass Effect
3
one.
going on here.
Oh yeah, dude,
flies
hell
and
yeah.
zombies.
Oh shit, that's definitely a good observation.
Why are these zombies so slimy?
They're real
They've been around
slimy.
a while.
I love them. They look like they look cozy.
They look weirdly huggable.
Yeah, they look very huggable.
Alright, so yeah, we'll have these guys attack the flies, and then Alex can take care of the tough guys.
We're the Pillsbury Doughboys' father and mother.
The Pillsbury Dough Zombies, yeah.
I love how this game can have like 12 animated sprites on screen, but it can't fit more than 4 letters for the
names.
For the name. Hold on, let me...
So you gotta have Rams hanging out with you?
Let me pull this map up.
I bet that's his nickname. I bet he tries to get people to call him Rams, and just no one does it.
No one does, yeah.
I'm trying to get it started. Just go with me.
A much wealthier man. Nick got that hair transplant.
He is the hair of a wealthy man. What the fuck? Wait, 6! Solstice, you're right. They can't stop me from ordering a steak and a glass of water. I don't care if they tell me not to do it, but...
Yeah.
Makes the night so much better.
The 1900s.
Nick, do you
No
live
mini-map.
for New Year's Eve?
White bathing suits, hair slicked back.
You think this is slicked back? This is pushed back.
Nick literally hit us with that once. He like just got out of the shower and we complimented his hair and like, oh Nick, somebody, I think Wes, you were like, oh Nick, you slicked your hair back or whatever. And Nick goes, no, it's not slicked back. It's just like wet and pushed back. And like he like unironically quoted the sloppy steaks bit. Not even real.
Here we go. This is when I dropped the supersonic.
You know, it's a rough day if I show up to the stream with my hair wet though. That means literally all day I couldn't stop to take a shower.
Sometimes I'll shower like right before the stream.
I try not to. I don't like it. I'm like, my Italianness makes me greasy if I don't shower.
Oh, that felt good.
Makes
so I like
you greasy? Are you?
Yeah, I'm like,
face
well,
with, like,
especially
hard?
because it's hot outside. So if it's hot outside, and then like I just like I'm just like moist.
It's going good, Solstice. I'm having a great time so far. We're beating up these friendly zombies.
That text is loud.
Twitch is trying to force a Joie explanation on me.
Wait,
explanation.
I was gonna say, did someone redeem it? There is a point for that.
No, but it's getting pushed to me. Grenadine guys.
Those little flies made it so I couldn't get my attack off the way I wanted to. That's interesting.
Yeah, they'll block you.
Yeah, okay.
Nick is maximum Italian.
That's so gross.
That is
more grenadine.
Your lasagna should not have very much grease.
Yeah, a little
Ideally.
oil.
Live a little. They get real greasy.
Just the greasiest lasagna.
The noodles just slide right off.
For
They slide right off. Jesus.
Come on down to Nicky D's. The noodles slide right off.
Right off your plate.
Dude.
Oh no.
Wait, Frank, you say.
I clicked the wrong button.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, are you gonna tell him no? Like straight up?
No, I wouldn't do that. I would not do that.
I'm like, okay. Someone.
Like.
A traveler.
You seem to be a nice bunch of kids. What are you doing here? What? You're on an adventure like your hero died. Oh, that's rich. Well then, carry on.
Me, baby.
That's it. That's all you got.
You don't like Joey?
Say, kids, just call me
It's a Zelda reference.
Loiki.
Get it?
Okay. If you want adventure, you better get off this little island.
A thing
There's nothing special going around here.
They seem a little friendly for a stranger.
Stranger.
You can tell this is the 90s.
Oh, it's locked? Oh, come on. There's a Vigor Peach in there.
This is the Dragon
I've
Quest.
got it now. You kids must be ones from Berg.
Berg.
Okay, Berg. Oh my god, no, stop. No, please. Okay, and we're done.
It's got a good John Houseman.
No! Ah!
Frank, this is gonna happen so much. This is gonna happen.
This is the game that we've chosen, Frankie, baby.
To be fair though, I think I would rather take the random encounters in this version than the encounters in the other ones, because like they're just so obnoxious to avoid, and they like respawn, and it's just so annoying. I honestly prefer this. I think.
Meldy, thank you so much for the follow. How you doing tonight? Thank you for stopping by the stream.
Alex is reaching out. I'm looking at the stream notification. He's hoping.
Hoping, praying.
Oh my god.
Oh, it'll never end.
Not the bees!
This is
bees
Nick
in the car.
So many bees. Or flies. I forget which.
Wow, the healing is only 2 MP. That's kind of wild, actually.
You need it.
And the herbs are so damn cheap.
Herbs.
The herbs.
The Herbie Hancocks.
Yeah. Oh, posture check.
And spices.
Posture check. Everybody check it.
Sit up straight.
Checked it. It was bad.
It was.
Oh, the struggle of my headphones pushing my cheap sunglasses into my ear. Alright, there we go.
They're only as cheap as you feel, Frank.
Listen, they came from an anime convention, alright, bro? Clearly a weeaboo didn't care enough to keep track of it. That says a lot.
It doesn't get any better than Lunar. That's true.
Oh! Are you kidding me? Oh my god!
Oh, headphone warning for everyone about 5 seconds ago. Be sure not to have headphones on.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm mad.
The posthumous volume check is really good too. In case if you're listening to this stream in reverse, which by the way you should be.
With the
there's messages.
Hydrate the show, have a toast. Maybe. Well, see, that's why I put a question mark on hydrate, because it's just drink whatever we drink or whatever we have. So it may not.
Is
be
it
actually
hydrate or
hydrating.
hydrosity?
Fuck off.
Hydrosity.
It's a hydrosity.
Hydrocity.
You need to ask this for like an hour. But I'm gonna. Everyone in chat, do you guys have any cool memories with Lunar? Like, how did you guys discover this game, or any cool little tidbits that you want to share?
I literally started playing this game because we were gonna stream it.
Are you chat, Nick?
No, 6 is chat.
6 is chat.
Dude, I don't see 6 in the chat.
Oh, we found the axe. Okay.
Just like I don't see color.
Hooray,
like,
we found the
6 is
axe!
just a part of the experience.
That was just too easy. Let's get back to the woodcutters so we can fix the bridge.
Hey, Kalachi, thank you so much for the follow, my man. It's good to see you. Okay, so now we gotta go back to Berg.
Joey, does the chest behind the tree only show up after they cut it down, or can he get it now?
I don't think he can get it now. No.
Okay.
Isn't it only like a peach or a healing fruit or a
Yeah, it's a healing item, I thought.
I think they changed the vigor peach to healing fruit in the newer versions. Kelly says that she played Silver Star complete, Silver Star Story complete as a kid. It came with, oh yeah, it came with the bonus CD that had Pong. That's right.
I don't remember.
Good overlap of fandoms there.
Yeah, Lunar, Pong. They're both games with one singular titles.
Has anybody made a Pong RPG yet, or am I gonna be the groundbreaker?
Dude, I think you're gonna be. I think you're gonna be the person to do it.
TM.
Mel, which one did you play? Was it the Genesis or was it the PS1 version?
There's no Genesis version.
Complete.
Oh, sorry.
It's actually not Genesis. Sorry, I'm previewing my Nash voice.
I feel uncomfortable.
Lunar's a beautiful piece of media, honestly.
I thought you were gonna say meat, and I'm like, geez, man,
hunk
really
of meat
objectify
too, bro.
Luna more.
It's a spicy meatball.
It's a hunk of meat.
It's a hunk of Luna Ball.
I love this music, by the way. The
yeah, the creepy synth.
So because
Thanks, Frank.
so because
That's
Lunar
beautiful.
was able to do the Red Book audio stuff, I think that says a lot about like what a lot of other JRPG music was trying to do that Lunar kind of just did quote unquote better. Because like if you listen to Dragon Quest or even early Final Fantasy, it tried to emulate that kind of like ethereal kind of creepy off instrument thing, and Lunar is like was able to actually do it. They were able to deliver the goods, you know. So PS1 and then later Sega CD. So John, you're of the age where when Lunar came out that like you would have been cognizant to remember your experience with it. Do you remember this coming out back in the day?
I remember the PlayStation version coming out. I was not a Genesis Sega person before then, so I did not see it when it came out for Sega CD. But yeah, I remember pre-ordering it at GameStop because they had the empty box there showing all the omake that it was going to come with, and I thought it was really cool.
Tragedy, more people haven't played it.
Is that Nick? Speaking of which, because there are so many versions of this game, I think it'd be kind of fun if you guys in chat who either have played it before and are interested in playing it again or have never played it, I think it'd be kind of fun to like either maybe play a different version than the one that we're playing.
Just to see the
kind of like how, yeah, just to see the different, kind of like how Nick is playing Complete while we're playing this. Because like, I think it adds a lot of interesting perspectives, and I would actually say that the Complete version is like, if I were to recommend a version to play, it would be that one.
Did the enemies just upgrade after me getting the axe? Because I didn't see any of these guys.
Yeah, so I was just thinking that, dude. You know, I don't know if it was
These wasps want that axe.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
You thought about it.
I thought about it, but I'm not gonna do it. I don't know if it was a story trigger or if maybe you just didn't encounter them before.
Yeah, it could.
I wouldn't put it past the former.
Yeah, they're both.
Yeah, so Mel, I literally like 2 hours before the stream, I just finished the PSP version because I had never played it before, and I'm not really a fan of it. Like, it's fine, but like
it,
it's just,
but I understand.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if it exactly captures the style of Silver Star, but I think it's a pretty little game.
That's a regular thing with a lot of PSP remakes. Is like they take on what feels like a PSP specific style that a lot of games carry. It's weird.
Tactics Ogre is another really good example of that, but I think that's for the better because I really like the UI that they did for the PSP remake of that.
I think that's why I like it, is because it's just like slick and smooth to play through. But yeah, it does lack some of the specialness. I might have liked it a lot less if I hadn't already played the original.
So Mel, when I say recommend, I mean like, what is it, like a sort of like catch-all recommend, right? Like, some people I would definitely recommend this version over. I think there are elements of this version that do go down better, and I don't want to spoil them, but I think they hit a little harder on this version than they do on Complete. But I mean, it's hard to, like, for most people to deny the quality of life and the better visuals and the sort of like nostalgic aesthetic, or the, you know, all the goofy ass like additional dialogue.
Yeah.
It's such a working design experience. I feel like what Mel said in the chat, the PSP version doesn't involve working design, so the charm is gone. It's such a big thing because, like, like we were saying before, working designs is such a it's such a unique experience when it comes to their games. So once you take that away, it loses that, almost like the working design's charm is a very signature thing.
Yeah, but okay. the thing is though, is that the PSP versions, you're just talking about the script. You're not talking about the gameplay.
I haven't played the PSP version, so I'm just kind of riffing.
Yeah. Well, working designs, only did. I mean, actually, some of their Lunar Eternal Blue is actually a really good example of them changing things dramatically for the localization. But Game Arts developed the PSP version, but they also subcontracted a lot of it out to another studio, which they actually did for Complete as well.
Down.
And Frank down.
South Frank.
Oh, okay, so it's a thing. Okay, so it's different. I don't have to finish the Weird Woods to do that. Because in the PlayStation 1 version,
you had to go chop the tree down.
You have to go through the Weird Woods to get to the area.
Yeah, exactly. It was like after that was where you had to go. So there's a bridge now that I gotta go through.
Yeah, he should repair the bridge and you can cross over it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because you didn't see the broken bridge. Because basically what happened with the PSP version is Xseed
Still broken.
did the soundtrack, or did the localization. Which I think they did an okay job.
Like Xseed, they brought over a lot of games that we just otherwise wouldn't have gotten, even if it can be a little dry comparatively. I talked about this a little bit in the Cerulean Skies Discord earlier today, but the older I've gotten, like the farther away we get from that like kind of lightning strike moment that was working designs, the more I've like kind of dulled on what they did, because while it did inject a whole lot of character, it often came at the expense of the original story being told, and so often it ended up being this weird, like they changed the core of the game by adding things like Bill Clinton jokes or you know, whatever cultural references they decided to drop in there, which is like part of the magic for people who played it before, you know, they even knew about localization. But now that I'm there, it's kind of, I don't know, I don't mind the lack of it, and only some of it's because I'm like Victor Ireland not being in my life so much.
Yeah, no, I feel, well, okay, so first off, I have to say that, like, if you haven't read the script of Lunar, it's fucking dry, dude. It's like, not a lot of this is very interesting. It's very, like, Dragon Quest-y. Game Arts wasn't, like, they actually hired a novelist.
Yes, me lord, thank you so much for the follow.
Yes, me lord.
But, like, yeah, so that's a big part of it, and I think if every RPG, or even like if most RPGs tried to do the big pop culture thing, it'd be hella lame, and it would get so tiring so fast. But I think like an exception here and there, like this like weirdly like out of time thing that Lunar is, I think works.
Yeah, I think that is something to be said, absolutely. But I also think that it's as a result, it's a little weird to like absolutely degrade just purely based on translation the newer versions that are doing, you know, a more traditional job of localization.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the things you had about Silver Star Harmony were not like all translation related, and yeah, sometimes you kind of want that weird lightning strike translation back. But
so okay, when I talk about the script in that, I'm not talking about the weird pop culture references necessarily, because they actually did retain a lot of that. The problem with it is that some lines were straight up cut. Characterizations were trimmed down or like just completely omitted.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A lot of lines with the villain that just aren't there, or they're disjointed. So it's not necessarily like, oh, they just took out the goofy references, fuck that translation. It's like, they fundamentally changed some of the things that actually, I should say that's actually not the localization, that's the development of the game, that the localization just followed. Because I'm sure that's true of the Japanese version too.
It's kind of interesting if you go on to like, you know, Lunar fan forums, subreddits or whatnot, and you ask them for like which version do I want, it's always like this conditional response of like, oh, if you want to focus more on Galleon's story, you want like the PS1 version, because or yeah, it is this one. PS1 was like the extended, world setting kind of stuff. Like the actual plot itself is expanded more in there, and like Silver Star Harmony has that like prologue and some of the stuff that goes back with the last generation of heroes, and you know, there's something unique to what each one brings, which is the weirdest Like, not many other games do that like Lunar does.
There we go. I found it. I found the story trigger, goddammit.
You did it!
Yep. You have to talk to your parents, I think.
Ask my dad if it's okay to go to Maribia. You should ask your dad, too.
Ramus loved the party. Ramus.
Ramus.
Rammy.
I can't believe they put Ramus in Smash.
Right? I know. I couldn't believe it. When I read
It's
that, I
wild.
was like, wow, really?
Yeah, no, but like, I think one of the reasons why Lunar doesn't have a whole lot of modern relevance outside of just like historical context and like like a moment, like a seminal game in the genre is because of that. And also a big part of was Studio Alex getting absolutely shredded by Game Arts and all the lovely things that happened there. Which, by the way, they basically like kind of fucked over Studio Alex. Studio Alex tried to sue, they lost. A lot of bad blood developers left. It definitely influenced a lot of things. So,
yeah, I like that you put it that way. Like that, the idea of this being so unique to like that one point makes it special. Like otherwise, it is kind of a traditional more standard RPG.
right, and I think this game especially just deserves a port. Doesn't deserve another remake. It just deserves a port, and that's why I was always surprised why they pushed this so hard because a big reason why they did these ports was to focus on the Western audience, right? I don't know about Lunar being still excellent for the people who aren't easily offended. I don't know about that. That's kind of
that's barking up the wrong tree. But
but like as a whole, I think that's a big thing with the remakes was that they wanted to focus on a bigger audience, a wider audience, and so like. If you try to remake Lunar and you just try to take this copy and paste, it's like, oh, what if we did the Bill Clinton jokes, but like we change it to Biden or something like that? It'd be fucking stupid. So it's just port this is such a good like touchstone for game preservation. I think this topic.
Yes.
There's a big parallel, a Venn diagram, if you will, of those two topics.
That was a very good voice, sorry. And I will say, like, Working Designs has shown restraint with some of their releases, because the Artful Ad games were some of my favorites on the PS1, and they still have a lot of that flavor on them, but it's not quite so, like, in your face, and I think it's because they had more to work with those scripts. Whereas with Lunar, like, it felt like there was a lot more space to just play around with it, because what were they cutting out for it? That was of interest.
Yeah, that's true. And I did play. You mentioned this earlier, Mel, but I did play Walking School. I didn't play the remake though because the translation isn't out yet. Oh, that's remake.
Finally, Alex, let's go. Can't wait to start our big adventure.
Ramus has joined Alex's party. Okay, so we'll probably cross this bridge and then find a spot to close up.
Closing up.
If the encounter rate participants.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Oh my god.
God damn. Oh my goodness.
That's why when Frank said it, I was like, please don't make that pun. And then somebody else picked up the pieces. I hate everything.
Millions of pieces of Joey.
Oh god, okay, I made it.
Is this version of Silver Star a lot like all of the old school RPGs, and that crossing a bridge is like, okay, time to kick it up a little?
Yeah, because I think that's why Frank ran into these birds, right? Because I think he was like, on a tile. Yeah.
They're definitely
I would like
wasps.
A translation of that too. Oh, they are wasps. You're right.
They're definitely wasps.
Oh yeah, that's not a bird.
I assumed you were just like, you had the next thing already going in your head.
No, dude. No, I can't see it. The gameplay was small. Because it seemed to lag less when it was smaller, so... Bro, fuck off! I'm blind as hell!
Oh, you're absolutely right. It looks way better small.
It does. Yeah, and it doesn't lag nearly as badly, although it sometimes like goes real fast or real slow.
Hey there,
Time to buy more server boosts.
Birds, yeah.
I'm
Thank
the
you,
boys.
Solstice. I wanted to bring it back to that when someone said they were birds. Those are definitely not fucking birds. Like
birds aren't real, isn't that the thing?
yeah, bird. Wait, hold on.
I don't like to acknowledge bees or wasps, so
We all know birds.
They're not worthy.
no. I like to be reminded of such
You know,
things.
and I want to bring it around to, I definitely understand some people playing Earthbound and it not grabbing them. Like, it's one of those things when I'm like, that's fine. Like, I'm not upset that you didn't, like, immediately love Earthbound. It's very much a certain type of game that I appreciate what it does. But, like, I'm not mad when people are like, oh, I'm not having a great time with it. I'm like, that's fine.
You kind of got to think that about just about anything. It's all subjective.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
What's the matter?
Although I do get mad if people don't like Earthbound.
Safe is to the south. Now beat it. Get the fuck out of here right now.
I think Earthbound is one of those games that, like, even if you don't like it, there's something there that you have to appreciate.
Yeah.
You know, like, maybe not like of your own interests, but like, it's like, I don't know.
You can kind of
like,
get it.
Yeah. Like, even like Final Fantasy, I think, is the same way, where it's like, even if you abjectly hate Final Fantasy, like, I feel like there are certain ththings about it. Like, I fucking abjectly hate Assassin's Creed, but I do see how it influenced a lot of games. I appreciate your power. Fuck off, Solstice. No. Yeah, it does its own thing well.
Lord have
like, I don't like. I like Earthbound's like dialogue. I love its goofiness. I love its social commentary. But the gameplay is kind of just all right. You know.
I love it because it's Dragon Quest.
I like the fighting mechanics with the rolling HP. That was an awesome mechanic.
So.
And it actually got used.
Yeah, no, I do think that's really cool. There's a lot of unique things about Earthbound for sure that I think it like swept under the rug with like its like basicness or whatever. But
yeah.
like, so this is a really good point too. You said that you're upset that you're upset because you can tell that you would have fallen in love with it if you had played it when it was new.
Yeah.
And man, I don't know. So I've noticed that I've played a couple things that I had missed out on when I was a kid, and I didn't like them that much on my first playthrough, and then a couple years later or a long time later I played later in life and I appreciated it more. So it's never too late. Never too late.
Holy fucking shit.
You know, no one wants to miss out on a
oh my god.
Nobody wants to miss out on a cultural touch point though, you know?
Right. But you know what, I feel like that kind of thing, it's like, I feel like you shouldn't like dictate those kind of terms with media, right? Like, you should be like, oh hey, I heard that this is important, this is cool, but like, it shouldn't be under the pretense of I should like this because people appreciate it.
It's like a weird variant of FOMO. Like,
right, no,
so many people love this, why don't I? And you have to like work through that.
That's exactly what you like. Tails more than DQ. I don't want to. You don't want to hear my thoughts on that.
Don't get me wrong. I love Tails. I wrote a lot of words about Tails last year, but no, DQ is top of the hill for me.
I like Tails more than Dairy Queen, but
I do like Tails more than Dairy Queen.
I'll say that much.
Nick's thinking about it.
What?
Tails versus DQ. Do you like Tails more or Dairy Queen?
Okay. Is the DQ
Tails, the fox from Sonic versus.
Right, of course. I got it.
Not a
I
fan
like
of
a lot of
Tails.
things better than Dairy Queen.
Like what, John?
I'm not gonna say Burger King because that's Frank's favorite. I actually haven't eaten at a Burger King for like I don't even know how long.
Yes.
The Chiking had to make a comeback, right?
Had to bring it in. Do you just want to find town off stream, Frank? Because of the encounter rate.
I'm trying.
Yeah, this encounter rate's killing you.
Can someone give me some guidance on where it is? It was like, oh, it's south of you, and now is this it? This
to go south of that tower. South of that tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're almost
Alright.
Hey.
At one
So,
time.
do you guys want to walk in here and see if there's like an initial event, or do you guys just want to move and do that?
There's
first
not.
thing next? There's not. Okay. So let me.
Sorry, I allowed degenerates.
Degenerates was blocked.
It's for degenerates.
Here, let me switch
Yes,
to
Solstice, maybe you
intro,
shouldn't say
outro.
such contrarian things.
Reason Cupcakes, that was a good first post. Gotta give it up.
That's I don't know if I agree, but I really appreciate.
I respect it.
Yeah, I appreciate just dropping in for that. That's dope.
Yeah, Solstice, we have the auto mod cranked a little high, so we might have to.
Yeah, we're still tweaking it a bit.
Keep an eye
I
out.
allowed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. Like, all that's gonna happen is
I was trying to, and you were there, man.
Yeah, it just won't show up for a second, but don't worry. Like, your message is gonna get through. We just want to make sure that it's catching everything that we really don't want.
Yep.
That's what
Yeah, to Monica's point, this stream, the word degenerate is gonna get thrown around a lot. It's
I've said it 3 times. Yeah. I have a degenerate count in my head.
Oh my goodness.
Save again. All right, so we are over to intro outro now, so I can close that. Bada bing, bada boom. No,
Really?
hold on.
Oh
one
my
second.
gosh.
Can sort of close it.
No, I did. I had it switched. I had it switched to something else, but it decided, that's not what we're doing. Okay. So wow, I gotta say the amount of you can definitely tell, like Joey was saying before, just the level of like quality of life changes on the PS1 version versus the Sega CD version is insane. There is so much that is kind of left to the player in the Sega CD version that they guide you a lot better on the PS1 version of. And like, I'm not complaining, but it's just really interesting to see how different it is. It feels so different.
Yeah.
It had a very different feel, me playing through it this last time, than at the PS1.
Well, it's like, okay, so like, let me use the lumberjack as a point of comparison. Like, I did this. I went, I talked to him. He's like, oh, okay, I'm going to get on this. I promise. You go, you check it, and it's like, it's not done yet. You go back to the lumberjack. He tells you the exact same thing, which I mean, like, I guess I kind of get it's like very vaguely telling you go talk to someone else. But
yeah,
the connection, because like in the PS1 version, you go into the Weird Woods, you party up with the guy that you meet, and he's like super strong, and you make it through, and then you're good. Yeah, exactly. Like it's just, it's interesting how different it is. It really is super different, just in like not only in how the story beats are, but how the gameplay of the game and stuff affect the story beats.
Yeah, and
guide.
Also, I think the biggest quality of life is the fact that there's no encounters on the overworld.
Yes,
in
that's
PS1.
huge. I am getting. This is like a bad day of Phantasy Star 4 levels of encounters that I'm getting on the first episode. Like, who fucking boy?
Yeah, you gotta get used, dude. There's like 2 dungeons that are gonna drive you bonkers.
Oh,
yeah. I already
at
see
least
it.
2.
Maybe that'll be the one. Maybe that'll be the time that I do it, and it's like, no, you're fine. We'll be done.
But hey, it gives us a lot of time to talk about like the history of the game, and like Wes and I think we're touching on some interesting things with localization that we could definitely bring up and talk more in depth about. So, hell yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty to talk about with this game. Like, it's a confluence of a lot of unique, weird little overlaps that made the game the cultural touch point that it is. And I don't know that we've done a game quite like that, in that it's like so specific to a point in time.
Wow, that's
yes,
awesome.
Yes.
My mouse
it
has
is.
disappeared off of the screen. That's awesome. It's okay. I got this. I was able to get the name. No, literally, my like mouse
Cranky
has
keyboards.
disappeared off of the fucking thank God for keyboard fucking shortcuts and shit. Good lord. But yeah, no, that was awesome. I mean, like, I feel like that was a really good establishing for like what we're going for. It very much feels in the generation that it was made in, that nice in between before like PS1 happened and RPGs really, really blossomed. This feels like a nice in between point of that, where it's still seeking out some of the more like traditional RPG elements while mixing them with like a little bit more storytelling, a little bit more player agency in terms of like, hey, you have to talk to this person. Hey, you have to take this item and bring it home. Stuff like that. It's been really interesting just to see how this game handles that kind of stuff, even compared to games that we've played that occurred before it even. You know, you can really see that it's trying new and different things, which I think is definitely interesting. Okay, so at that point, it is 10 o'clock, so we are going to make a quick go-around, get some final words from everyone, and then we have a raid for you. Tell us about next week, Frankie. Well, you know what's going down next week. It's going to be episode 2 of...
Oh, or is it, Frank?
I don't think so.
Oh, wait, you're right.
I don't think it is.
No, I'm a fucking idiot. I'll let someone else do that because of that exact fact. I'm not reliable.
Why don't we let's let Wes do it.
Yeah. So next week, our dear sweet Frank is going to be out of town. He's going to hopefully take the time that he needs, get some relaxation in. But we're not going to leave. We're not going to leave you waiting. So we're going to be back, and I'll be streaming for the first time on the main stream. And we're going to be going through that brand new Live Alive remake. We're just going to tackle Sundown's story beginning to end. We should probably be able to wrap up inside of a single stream. So that's our plan for next week.
Hell yeah, I love to hear that. I can't wait to rewatch that after I get back from my little vacay.
Lavivi a la Vivi, it's pronounced.
Lavivi a la Vivi.
Yeah, Lavivi a la... So let's start.
It's Live Alive.
In the upper left-hand corner. Nick,
It's Live Alive.
You got anything to
Live
say
Alive.
about this episode?
Live Alive.
And then following that, you have anything you want to drop?
I've got nothing to plug this week, so we can move on.
But I mean, how do you feel about Lunar, man?
I talked about how I felt about Lunar at the beginning and during the episode. I don't think I need to.
All right,
I don't think I need to wrap it
Whatever,
up,
man. All right, Joey, we got you. We'll move along to someone who's got something to talk about.
Actually, no.
Boy, does he!
I have a lot to say about player agency. I think that's a really good topic.
I do too. I feel like that's something that I'm seeing a lot of in this game, is how much it puts the progression in the hands of the player. Like, if you left it up to me, I would have talked to that fucking the lumberjack like 100 more times while he didn't build it.
To get it to work.
Yeah. But,
well, he didn't build it.
I'm stoked to continue that conversation too next time. Yeah. But right now, I think I have the same thing I have to plug every time. You know, we do Cerulean Skies streaming media discussion. You can join our Discord right there. You can follow us on Twitch from that name right there, that sucker. You know, I'm actually going to be streaming Lunar Legend on Cerulean Skies tomorrow, hopefully.
We'll be sure to
see how much of that we can do.
We'll be giving that a shout out so you guys can see some more Lunar.
And actually, after this stream, we're going to be doing Resident Evil 1. We should be going live in a couple minutes, actually.
Hell yeah.
So we're doing Resident Evil 1 remake. So, hey, Emo Kitty, thanks for showing up.
Oh, hey, what's up? You made it literally at the last second, Emo. Hell yeah.
But yeah, if you're interested in like talking about RPGs, talking about other games, maybe jumping in a stream or a podcast, or just talking about shit with some people who have played an obscene amount of games, feel free to join the Discord, come hang out, and that's all I got.
Hell yeah. Wesley, how about you?
I got two things to talk about today. One of them, which I should have talked about a minute ago, and thank you, Monica, for reminding me. But also next week on our stream, since Frank isn't going to be here, we're still going to have a full contingent. We're going to have a new friend, Chet Manley, on.
Hell yeah.
He's an awesome streamer, guy after my own heart, loves RPGs, trading card games, and wrestling. So this is pretty much my new best friend. Sorry, Nick, you'll have to...
You've been supplanted.
Apparently. It's okay, just toss me aside.
Lord knows everyone else does.
So definitely look forward to that. That's going to be awesome. Also, I don't know if they've announced what it is yet, but I can do it. The next episode of Retro Encounter, RPG fans retro gaming podcast, will be coming out in the next couple of days, and I am on that. And we're talking about gaming accessibility, which is a topic very near and dear to my heart. I'm really excited about it. Please, I'll retweet it. I'll push it everywhere. Check it out.
Make it accessible.
You love to hear it. John, how about you?
I got nothing to plug as usual because this is the only thing social I do. But I'm just happy to be playing Lunar, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Hell yeah! No, I've honestly, it's been really cool doing this. It has a nice mix of like familiarity because I played the PS1 version and the like, a little bit before PlayStation 1 like RPG charm. It's got a really nice in-between for both of those things, and I think it's cool to watch us kind of work through that, in my opinion. You know, it is what it is. But that's definitely one of the things that I've taken out of tonight, is that it's just been super cool to see where this places itself in, like, the history and hierarchy of JRPGs. It kind of occupies a special space. But yes, so at that point, guys, we are going to be closing up for the night. We have a raid target. We will be shooting right on over to see Cecil Frost. Make sure you let them know where you came from. Be awesome stream guests. And most importantly, make sure you guys stop by here next week. We have a really awesome show waiting for you. And the week after that, we are coming right back to Lunar, and I can't wait to do it. At that point, I am going to tell all my good friends here that we're going to close out the show we always do, and that is with a 3, 2, 1 Fuzzy Pickles to honor the first game we ever played, Earthbound. And at that point, let me give you a 3, 2, 1 Fuzzy Pickles, everybody.
Fuzzy
I hope you all have a
Pickles.
fantastic night. We will see you next week. Thank you all so much for an awesome first affiliate stream on our brand new channel. Thank you all so much. We'll see you guys soon.
See ya.
Duck lips.
Duck lips, baby.
Sorry.